All right, all right, all right. Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me clearly? Can you everybody hear me clearly? I hope you guys can hear me. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. If you guys can hear me clearly, go ahead and let me know in the chat. I know some people were just making sure that everybody can hear clearly. So I know some people are saying they're just making sure the audio is working. If you guys can hear me, just go ahead and say, I can hear you, I can hear you, I can hear you. Just let me know, guys. If you can hear me, we are streaming all over the place. And so welcome to the Overcoming Conference. My name is Taria Vision Avant. And today, I promise you, we are going to have a remarkable time. Okay, so I'm seeing everybody in the chat. Let me see. Who do we have that has joined us in? And you saying that you guys can hear me. Hello. Oh, it's going so quickly. Wanda, Charlene, Sharon, Dr. Stevie. Hello, everybody. It's so many names right here, but it's going quickly. Delois, Y, Roseanne. Hello. How are you guys doing? And to everybody that is watching right now, if you're watching on any social media platform, because we are streaming all over the place. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on LinkedIn, if you're watching on YouTube, any of those platforms, what you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is you need to come on over here and register to the Overcoming Conference. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and put this down at the bottom. If you register right now, guys, you're going to be able to join into the back conversation where you see me shouting out names. This is also where you guys are going to get a chance to win amazing giveaways. And so if you are on the main conference stage, that means it's called Be Human. You guys are over at Be Human. Everybody, that is how you guys are going to enter to win. I'm going to be dropping a link in the chat when we get ready for our first giveaway. Now, this is the important thing that you must understand, guys, that in order for you to win, you gotta be here, right? Yeah, in order for you to win, you gotta be here. If everybody can also instruct some of the people in the chat that are saying like they can't hear and stuff like that, tell them to go to the main event. Click on the button that says main event, and that allows you to be able to join in. And again, if you're watching us on social media, at the end of the conference today, we're gonna be giving away a flat Screen TV. We're going to be giving away cash money. We're going to be giving away a ton of items, okay? A ton of items. And so super excited to have you guys here. So let's just see, what are you guys most grateful for in the chat? Let me just see. What are you guys most grateful for? Again, Vanessa King, Sherry, SDM Connections, Yvonne, Terry, Phyllis. Hello to everybody that is joining us. Hopefully you guys are going to share in the chat. I want to know, what are you most grateful for today? Also, at the end of the conference, guys, we're going to get a chance to go over to the lounge. And so if you go to the lounge, you'll be able to see. You can actually go there now, and I believe it'll still keep the video up. But if you go over to the lounge, you're going to see 4 different tables or 4 different groups that you'll be able to join in and connect with some of our fellow speakers. Great networking. And then we also have our vendor hall, okay? Our vendor hall. And that, of course, is where you're going to get a chance to connect with some of our amazing speakers, because they have shared some really good, awesome goodies with you guys, okay? And so, yes, I'm just over here multitasking, make sure I pull up something real quick. But you guys, again, just grateful to have you guys here. And let me see, what are you guys grateful for in the chat? Let's see. Again, this chat is going quick. Waking up this morning, being a part of this amazing day. Amen. Life and family. I'm grateful to be a part of this incredible and life-changing work. Super duper grateful for health and strength. Yes. Okay. Happy to be alive. Grateful to be alive. All of the things. Okay. Well, listen, we've got a little bit of time, but I'm going to be starting off this conference today. And I'm going to be honest, y'all, if I could be transparent with y'all, I'm the keynote speaker. And so I won't be here too long, but I didn't really come up with like a signature talk that I was going to do today. You know what I mean? Because I woke up today with the intention of, let me just be used, right? Let me just be used in this, because this collaboration book, this collaborative effort of men and women, it is something that I promise you guys, it's a journey. And when I had a chance to look at, hold on, I'm just pulling this up on YouTube, make sure I can see y'all on YouTube too. Okay, good. We got a lot of people watching on YouTube. If you're watching on any other social media platforms, y'all can type in the chat too. We are live. But please, y'all, if you want to enter to win some of these amazing giveaways, you got to register, and you're going to go to overcoming.collaborationbooks.com. And I'm going to share with you guys, we're going to do our first giveaways very soon. So anyway, so I didn't have like an ideal talk that I wanted to bring up for today, because I just knew that, let me tell you something, no matter what, like sometimes when you prepare certain things, life gonna be life, and right? And so I wanted to share this, that, first of all, when you make a decision that you're going to overcome something, because that's what this project is about, this book is about, these speakers are about, when you make a decision to overcome something, because it is a decision. It is a decision to decide, I am not going to let this hold me back. This is not going to be the thing that takes me down. This is not going to be what allows me to go astray and start looking left and looking right and going off of where my path is supposed to be. Can I get an amen on a Saturday, right? I got that from Brian. But what I understand is that when you make a decision to overcome, that you will be faced with challenges. You're going to be faced with, it's a guarantee. And when I tell you that today, when I woke up super grateful, super excited, praising God that this is about to be an amazing experience, because it's been a long time since we've done one of these virtual events. Holla if you hear me. You know what I'm saying? We used to do these all the time. Some of my old schools, you already know, we used to do our virtual conferences all the time. We ain't new to this. We true to this. But it's been a minute, and I just was like, listen, I want to make sure everything goes right. I want to make sure that we align it right. And guess what? Technology is going to technology, and life is going to life. And still, even with the process of preparation, you're still going to have setbacks. But when I tell you, I woke up today with intentionality that no matter what happens, I am not going to let myself give up, give in, and let go. Because that's what overcoming is about. It doesn't mean that when you make a decision to overcome, you're not going to be faced with challenges. Yes, We have been faced with challenges even with this conference, but we're going to be grateful. We're going to wake up and push through. So I want to give y'all some tips. If you got pen and paper and all the things, I want to give y'all some notes on things that you can actually write down so that when these challenges start to arise, you will not give life to them. Hello? Hello? When the challenges come your way, you will not give life to the challenge. Anybody can holler if you hear me. Okay. And so I want to give you some ideas, not even an idea. These are truths, because when you make a decision to overcome, whether you're overcoming that abuse, you're overcoming that health ailment, you're overcoming that disrespect in the job place, you're overcoming the betrayal, what are you overcoming? You're going to be faced with challenges. And these are the places that I always like to make sure that you identify. So when they happen, you don't let it hurt you. The first place when you make a decision to overcome that you're going to be faced with challenges in is this one. It could be one or all of these four that I'm going to give you. One is your finances. Guys, I can't tell you how many times when I done started something. How about you? Anybody else relate? When you say, you know what, I'm going to launch this, I'm going to do this. As soon as you make a decision to do it, something that you weren't expecting pops up. A bill that you didn't expect. And what's crazy is like the more success that you start to have, whether it's in career or business, it's like those unexpected bills get bigger and bigger. It used to be a $50 bill could set me off back in the day. I'll never forget. But now it's like I get $5,000 bills. Like what? $10,000 bills. And I'm telling you on everything I love, you know how they say new levels, new devils? It never goes away. The bigger that you are, the bigger your goals, sometimes the bigger the financial challenges may be. And so we're not going to let that keep us. And in fact, this is what I want to encourage you guys, because when you do have a financial setback, what we don't do is say, oh my God, I don't have the money. Stop giving life to the things that you don't desire out of your whole life, not even just in your finances. Oh my God, I wish. No, all you are doing is programming your subconscious mind to say, it's not mine. You have to start getting into solutions mode. Amen. And so when the financial setbacks happen, because you guys are in business, I hope that you have strategy. I was talking to my business partner the other day. I said, listen, I got to be able to raise up about $15,000 in capital. I already got a solution on how I'm going to do it. I don't sit and look at a financial challenge to say, hey, this is 15,000 extra on top of what we already do, right? And so what do? When you have the financial setback, you create a strategy, or you have someone to help you to create that strategy so that you're able to overcome it. Amen. The second place that you're going to have something show up in your life when you make a decision to overcome is going to be in your relationships. And if anybody's on panel one, I need panel one. Y'all need to come on to the backstage. Panel one, please come on to the backstage. Panel one, your relationships. Guys, that you will make a decision. You know what? I'm about to launch this new ministry. I'm about to launch this new program. I'm going to launch this new course. And then you're going to have some people like, oh, is that what you're doing? You're going to make sure y'all stay muted too when you come on the backstage, everybody. Make sure you are muted when you're on the backstage. But listen, guys, you're going to have some people that's going to, that ain't even going to be as excited for you. You're going to have some people where you're going to say, man, I thought that everybody would be excited about this movement. I thought people would jump in. And then you might even have some relationship challenges that don't got nothing to do with what you're launching. It's all of a sudden somebody cutting up. And I'm telling you guys, this happens all the time. And so when you see the relationship challenge pop up, when you make a decision to overcome, we don't let that affect us. Amen. Your relationships. The third place where the challenges are going to show up when you make a decision to overcome is going to be in your health and wellness. Hello. Can anybody relate to what I'm talking about when I say that you made a decision that you was going to do something and now all of a sudden you're not feeling well? Now all of a sudden you're a little sick. You got the coughs. Now all of a sudden you got this and that going on. Hello? I'm telling you every single time. Look, out here in Atlanta, allergies are crazy because pollen be all over the place. I wake up, I said, listen, I'm about to go run today. I'm gonna overcome this challenge of not being able to, of not exercising, and I'm gonna go run today. And guess what happened? Guess what happened, y'all? I wake up, nose all stuffed up, can't breathe, everything, right? But do we let that affect us? No, we keep pushing through. Amen. Because we know that in our health and wellness, that's a guarantee. When we make a decision to overcome, health and wellness is going to be a battle. And the fourth place, ooh, and if anybody knows what I'm talking about, I need you to put this in the chat and put I relate. Because the fourth place that you're going to have the setbacks, that you're going to have the challenges, that it's going to be like, what is going on in my life is going to be in your spirituality. Y'all, I can't tell you how many times that I've gone through those battles where sometimes you'll be like, God, why is this happening to me? And I want to encourage you guys that when you go through those God, why? I want you to understand that God picks the biggest battles for his strongest warriors. And in this process of you having to go through whatever it is that you're having to go through, I know this without a shadow of a doubt, it is a setup. It is a setup for something amazing. And so in this journey of overcoming, for everybody here that's overcoming, for everybody here that's dealing with something, again, I'm just going to real quickly, and then we're going to get ready for our speakers real quickly. I just want to say, number one, you're going to have battles within your own finances. Number two, you're going to have battles in your relationships. Number three, you're going to have battles within your health and wellness. And number four, you're going to have those battles within your spirituality. And how about this, y'all? Catch this one. Catch this tea. Sometimes you're going to be battling in all four at the same doggone time. And I'm here to let you know that even in the process of those battles, you can get through this. You can do it. And you know how I know? Because today you guys are going to meet some amazing men, amazing women who have overcome some of the most biggest challenges. And they're going to be able to share their story and how they were able to overcome it. So anyways, I'm excited. If you guys are excited, go ahead and let me know in the chat. Say excited, because we're going to get ready for our first panel, y'all. I'm just over here behind the scenes getting them ready. Now, before we get into that, if y'all don't mind, I'm going to play a couple of commercials, if that's cool with y'all. I'll play a couple commercials, and then we're going to get into our first panel of the day. All right. Let's pop up a commercial or two. And shout out to all of our amazing speakers. All right, let's get into it.
Hi there, I am Tanya L. White, author, educator, and creator of And Suddenly Life Got Busy, LLC. I am also the co-author of a powerful new collaboration book, Overcoming. Overcoming is more than just a book. It is a collection of powerful stories designed to encourage, uplift, and motivate you through any season of your life. Get your copy today by contacting me at 910-212-6397 or email Tanya White at suddenlylifebusy.com.
Hello, parents and caregivers. Are you ready to help your neurodivergent children discover their brilliance? I am Dr. Maeva Clark, your parent empowerment and child safety advocate. I empower parents and caregivers of neurodivergent children by providing emotional support and practical tools without burning out, while they guide their children into the brilliant they were created to be. Parents and caregivers cannot pour into a child's emotional, social, or developmental needs if they are depleted. When you begin to meet your own needs, you create the emotional safety that your child needs to grow. Unlock your child's brilliance through my signature framework, the Bright Parenting Path. Visit Mothers of Exceptional Kids and join me today by downloading my free masterclass, The Bright Parenting Path. Help your neurodivergent child thrive without burning out.
Hi, I'm Wanda Pearson with WD Pearson Associates, where we educate, empower, and consult. So many families, entrepreneurs, and small business owners are overwhelmed trying to protect what they worked so hard to build. Many don't have affordable legal protection, identity theft coverage, and proper business guidance, or even a will in place to protect their legacy. That's where I come in. Through Legal Shield, ID Shield coaching, and business coaching, I help individuals, entrepreneurs gain peace of mind, gain access to legal protection, and also clarity for building their future the right way. legally, financially, and successfully. I'm also the author of God's Grace Through the Fire, From Struggle to Triumph, and my new book, Forgiveness, Walking in Freedom to God's Grace. And now I'm the co-author of Overcoming, because I believe healing, purpose, and protection all work together. If you're ready to stop surviving and start moving forward with confidence, let's connect today. My website is wdpearsonassociates.com. Book a coaching session with me for 15 minutes. And also, I believe collaboration is the key to success.
All right, everybody, let's give it up for panel number one. Hello, ladies. How are you guys doing today? Hello, hello, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes. So listen, Daria is not on camera, so I don't know if Daria is joining us, but we're going to go ahead and get started with today. I am so thrilled and so excited to have you guys here. And so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to have each one of you guys to go ahead and introduce yourself. And so just, your introduction, let us know as well on top of your introduction, where are you located? And what are you most grateful for today? And so I'm going to go ahead and start off with Wanda Pearson. Wanda Pearson, the floor is yours. Go ahead and let us know a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here. My name is Wanda Pearson, W.D. Pearson Associates. I empower and educate entrepreneurs and small business owners with my faith-based coaching to protect their peace, purpose, and align confidence and grow successfully. And legally, financially, and faithfully, because when you stop playing small, you rise in freedom and walk in God's grace. I am chiming in from Kennesaw, Georgia, and I am excited to be here on the Overcoming Conference. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for being here as well, Wanda. We appreciate you. And listen, anybody, let us know in the chat, where are you guys located as well? What city and state, what country, if you're joining us from another part of the world. And so now we're going to go to our next speaker, and that is going to be none other than, she's on the screen, Daria Rosen. The floor is yours.
Good morning. I am Daria Rosen, and I empower women to journey through their perimenopausal years with confidence and clarity. I'm the author of Perimenopause, What Your Mother and Girlfriends Did Not Tell You, and I am looking forward to sharing with you today about overcoming.
I look forward to it as well. Thank you so much, Daria. And so now what we're going to do is go into our next speaker, and that is going to be speaker number 3, who is Dr. Maeva Clark. The floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. I am Dr. Maeva Clark, your parent empowerment and child safety advocate. I empower parents and caregivers of neurodivergent children by providing emotional support and practical tools without burning out, while they guide their children into the brilliance they were created to be. I am chiming in from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. And again, y'all drop it in the chat. Okay, we got a lot of people dropping in the chat too. I'm going to shout them out as well. And then let's go to our next speaker, and that is going to be speaker number 4. We're going to bring on Tanya White. The floor is yours.
Hello, my name is Tanya L. White. I am from Clarkson, North Carolina. I am an author, educator, entrepreneur, and devoted mother, passionate about helping women navigate life's challenges with purpose and confidence. As a creator of the journal And Suddenly Life Got Busy, and now co-author of Overcoming, I empower women to pause, reflect, heal, and reclaim themselves amid demands of everyday life. Through my writing and workshops, speaking engagements, I encourage women to prioritize self-care, embrace resilience, and transform obstacles into opportunities for growth and empowerment. I empower women to pause, reflect, heal, and overcome life's challenges while rediscovering their strength, purpose, and peace through journaling and personal growth.
All right. Okay. We're going to have your intro ready to go, girl. I love it. I love it. And last but definitely not least, Dr. Jasmine Zapata. The floor is yours, my love.
Hello, my name is Dr. Jasmine Zapata, aka Dr. Jazz, and I am a board certified pediatrician and I empower young people to know that their life is worth living. They can make it, they are important, and they can reach any dream that they have if they are resilient. And so I love working with young people and their families. I am originally from Madison, Wisconsin. I'm chiming in right now from Orlando, Florida. I'm actually at a big family reunion, and that was one of the questions you asked us, Taria. What is something that we're thankful for? And I'm just celebrating family today and legacy today, and just so happy to be here.
Listen, I appreciate that too, and I love. And first of all, I love the fact that you're at a family reunion and you're still here with your business family. But I want to share that, listen, guys, we all have to figure out the smaller things that we can be grateful for, and then the bigger things, right? And so, listen, she gets the chance to not only be with her entire family, but also hear what a big day for her. And so, again, y'all drop in the chat, let us know some additional stuff, and let me just let y'all know where some of the folks are chiming in from. We have Tabor City, North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, Maryland, Boulder City, Nevada, Greensboro, North Carolina. Let's see, where else is everybody chiming in from? Charlotte, North Carolina, Las Vegas, Nevada, Greensboro, North Carolina, Detroit, Michigan. All right, so y'all just keep on chatting. Now, there is somebody with a little bit of background noise. So if you want, guys, if you know how to mute your line while you are waiting to speak, please mute your line so that we don't have any of the noise, because I keep hearing something in the back. I just want to make sure it's good audio. So the name of this book is called Overcoming, right? Overcoming. And in this process of overcoming, well, y'all had a chance to share your story in this book, whatever you wanted to talk about. And so I'm going to allow you guys, whoever wants to go first, to, of course, be able to, we lost Dr. Maeva. Okay, I think she's back. Maybe so. Okay, well, we'll put her back on the screen when we get her back up here. But I want you guys to be able to share from your perspective what it was like talking about overcoming. And I'm just gonna, so that we don't just go one down the line, I'm gonna let two people that want to share their answer on this just go ahead and raise your hand and I'll pop you in. But who would like to share like your perspective on what it felt like when you were writing down some of this stuff about what you have overcome? Anybody want to go? Who would like to answer that question? Okay, we're going to go to Wanda. And so Wanda, yes, go ahead and share with us what your perspective was like.
Well, it was like, oh, I guess there's a fee here. Okay, it was like more of overcoming fear. Fear of leaving my corporate job. Fear of being that I wasn't good enough. So fear, in fact, my title is Overcoming Fear Through Forgiveness. Fear of letting go and letting God handle what I needed to handle. So being able to leave my corporate job, which was IBM, and that was a big thing, and taking that step to say, I can do this, I want to do my own thing here. That was the biggest fear that I faced, because I had that big salary, and I'm like, okay, God, how am I going to support myself, leaving that salary behind? But my mind, my peace was more important than letting that get in the way. So it was a big choice, but that fear, and what overcame it was faith. Faith to be able to know that I can handle what I'm doing today.
Come on, y'all. Speakers, look, throw your hands in the screen if anybody knows what that's like, operating in faith. Yes. And so I'm excited. As a matter of fact, Wanda, let me tap into you real quick, because I know that this is your movement to discussing forgiveness. And for me, I remember being in a space where I had to forgive somebody for something they did to me really, really bad. And I used to always wonder, like, what did forgiveness really look like? You know what I mean? And I don't know if a lot of people understand that. Could you maybe elaborate a little bit on that for us?
Yeah, forgiveness is a big thing. I mean, of course, my book is Forgiveness, Walking in Freedom to God's Grace. Walking through that freedom to let go, because we hold on to unforgiveness in our heart, which is hurting us as far as that. So I had to learn how, it took me 2 years to write this book. I had to learn how to let go and let God to show me what I needed to forgive. And it wasn't just in a person or whatever. It was also in corporate. So a lot of things we deal with, we need to let God handle that for us to be able to receive our blessings. So forgiveness is a big thing. And when I wrote this book, and I have to say, Taria said, why do you need to write this book? But God, that was a confirmation. And I had to say, I had to let God guide me. And it took 2 years. I'm still learning how to forgive, but the first thing you need to do is forgive yourself first. That's the first thing you need to do. So that forgiveness is a big thing, and this year is going to be a big. Well, I'm doing a lot of things with that forgiveness title here. So
Absolutely. Well, I'm loving the movement. I'm really excited to see what's coming your way. And of course, we'll share with everybody in a minute how y'all can connect with her. Okay, who else would like to? We're going to pick one other person that wants to share just from their standpoint of putting this together and discussing some stuff maybe that required you to dig down deep. How did that feel with this, with just thinking about the fact that you're about to tell some people your business about overcoming? Who wants to share? Okay, we're gonna go with Tanya. Okay, Tanya, yes, go ahead. The floor is yours, my love.
Okay. Writing my chapter of overcoming was both emotional and empowering. Um, it gave me the chance to tell readers the backstory of why I created my journal and suddenly life got busy so that it makes a little more sense. Um, there were some moments that I was afraid because it was, I was stepping out doing something new.
My bad. I didn't know you was done yet. Okay, I love it. Well, shoot, it's because it suddenly life got busy. Tell us about like what do you mean when you say and suddenly life got busy? Because you've made that a whole business. So what does that mean? Like and suddenly life got busy. Why did you decide that's gonna be the name of my company and I want to help people in that space?
Okay. Well, it was from a personal experience. I lost my home due to an electrical fire. And it's like everything around me was moving and I was just stuck for a while. Life kept going. And then I had to figure out what was I going to do to get back into that home ownership space. And my life just got busy all of a sudden. It's happened just like that.
Well, thank you so much. And if anybody else can relate to life just getting busy and then being able to rearrange and identify the things that are most important, like what should I be prioritizing? What should I be letting go? I got too many hats. Help me. I need to let go of some of these hats. And so, absolutely, again, I know everybody is super excited about getting this book and reading both of you guys' chapters. My next question, and I want two people to raise their hand that have not yet answered, two people. I want you to tell me why did you decide to write about what you wrote about in your chapter in regards to who you're going to help and what, of course, is it about? So, who wants to share? Who has not shared yet? Dr. Maya Ava, we'll go with you first, my love. The floor is yours.
Well, first, I want to say that I didn't give my gratitude. I'm grateful because I celebrated a birthday yesterday. I'm still celebrating, and I'm here with everyone. The reason my chapter is about overcoming unrealistic expectations. And this was important to me because I'm a respiratory therapist, college professor, and now a coach to help parents of neurodivergent children. Why this was so important to me is because when I got married and had children, I thought life was going to go a certain way. So I tried to create the life that I expected for my children, and God had other plans. So I needed to let go of the expectations that I had in order to really show up, serve them, and advocate for them and be the best mother that an advocate I could be for them for purpose to truly begin.
Well, first, of course, we want to definitely wish you a happy birthday. And shout out to all of our May
Thank you.
birthdays. You know, I'm a May birthday too. So, hey, May birthdays, happy birthday. Well, listen, Dr. Maya, I've watched you go on this journey with helping parents with neurodivergent children. And honestly, I had never, it's so funny. You know how they call it the reticular activated system? I never heard of neurodivergent before. And I know that I got a little bit in me, got child. I be all over the place. But I never heard about it until you and I started working together. And now, and it's almost like, when I talk about overcoming depression, it's like now we're seeing more parents who are not afraid to really be able to talk about this and understanding the gifts that their children have. What have you seen in this journey of working with parents of neurodivergent that has been some of the biggest challenges with getting the parents to maybe kind of understand about their kids?
First, for those out there that don't even know what the term neurodivergent means, neurodivergent is just an umbrella term for how an individual's brain behaves, processes, or learns differently. And it includes things like autism, ADHD, and dyslexia. So, one of the things that I want parents to know is their children aren't broken. They don't need to be fixed. There's no shame or should be no guilt in it. And it's just that they think differently. And my purpose is to help parents embrace who their children are and find out why God created them that way because they're brilliant. And we need to tap into that brilliance and help them become the best version of themselves without shame, guilt, or trying to be someone different.
Amen. Amen. And I don't know if there are any parents right now watching, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, or right here in the Overcoming Conference. If you or anyone you know has a child with neurodivergence challenges, or maybe it might be you, I want you to go ahead and just put one in the chat. Put one in the chat. Okay, who else wants to answer this question? Why did you choose to write about what you're writing about, and what is it about? Dr. Jazz. Okay, Dr. Jazz, the floor is yours.
Every day in the United States, there are over 3,000 young people who attempt suicide. I'm going to say that one more time. Every day, not every year, not every month, every day in the United States, there are over 3,000 young people that attempt suicide. As a medical doctor, I saw that firsthand as I was going through my medical training, young person after young person coming into the intensive care unit after a suicide attempt. And after so many times seeing that, I'll never forget, we were in the process of saving a young girl who tried to hang herself. I heard a voice inside of me that said, Jasmine, you need to get outside of these clinic walls, in community centers, in churches, in books, in speaking, to let young people know your life matters. That's how I first got started with really writing solo books. And in my chapter of Overcoming, I talked about my own passive suicidal thoughts as a young person after my little baby brother died at just age 16. The reason I chose to speak out about that story is because by us sharing our stories, it might help someone else. And so now I'm kicking off a national tour, another national tour for youth mental health so we can save lives. And so that's just a little bit of why I chose to write about this. And I'm just so thankful for the opportunity.
Well, Dr. Jazz, you've been doing this now for a minute, and what's exciting to see is just really how you have stayed laser focused on this. And I just want to ask you, because I believe that this is a fact, y'all. I was talking about this just yesterday, that if you try to attach yourself to something that you don't have a true passion for, when life gets difficult, and speakers, wave your hand. Has life gotten difficult for you in the past, let's just say 30, 90 days? Hello? When life gets difficult, you're going to quit. And as long as I have known Dr. Jazz, which, by the way, not only is she a pediatrician, not only is she a mother of how many now? 4 babies, and then also a wife, and also serves at her church, and also does real estate. She also has this passion to want to help the youth. And I love that you started it off with I'm sad of the statistic, but it's true. Dr. Jazz, I dropped a video a couple of years ago just talking about overcoming depression. And in the comments, there were more kids than anything, to the point where I had to stop reading it. I couldn't take it. It's so sad. What has made you so passionate about this for all of these years?
Well, outside of having to see firsthand some positive outcomes, but negative outcomes too. There were some children in my network and, through work and personal network that didn't survive. Aside from that, what keeps me passionate about it is hope for the future. When we can help our young people have that resilience, have that love and support, we can save lives. There was, in one of my last youth empowerment book series, there was a mom who said, Dr. Jazz, I need your books right away. My daughter is in a mental health hospital for suicidal thoughts. And as I was signing that book, I was praying, I was crying, signing the book. it was so powerful to know my words were going to be in the hands of someone contemplating life or death decisions. And thankfully, she is now doing amazing, off to college, doing great. I can't take all the credit for her life being saved, but even if I played 1% of a role at all, that makes everything worth it. We can save lives, and that's what keeps me passionate about this.
Come on, y'all. Everybody, that is amazing. Thank you so much for the work that you do. Wow. We sometimes a challenge in life and not even understanding like this is what life is. Sometimes when you're younger, you don't really connect that and know that there's people here to support you like a Dr. Jasmine Zapata. Thank you so much for your work. Well, listen, we're going to go ahead and swing it over to our final panelist, and she's actually one of our keynote speakers, y'all. And by the way, is everybody able to see the video? Can y'all see this video? Let us know in the chat if you can see the video and if you are watching us live. If you cannot see the video, of course they can't hear this, but tell them guys to maybe refresh their screen. But we are on the main event link. But if you can see the video, everybody put I can see the video. Put I can see the video, just so that other people can know that we're seeing it. Don't just put yes, put I can see the video, because they can't see it. So if you need to maybe give them an instruction on refresh it, refresh the screen, something like that. Okay, so just make sure to let them know that you guys can see the video and refresh it so that they can actually do that. Okay, all right guys, so anyways, with that stated, last speaker today, Daria Rosen. Well, not today, but of this panel. Daria, I'm pretty sure I know what you might be speaking about on today as far as keynoting, but since you are one of our keynoters, if you could just go ahead and let us know a little bit about who you are and what you're going to be talking about today.
So who I am and what I'm talking about. I'm going to be talking about how to overcome the messes that we make ourselves. We can be our worst enemies. And what I'm going to be sharing with you is that the biggest thing that I had to overcome was foundational, and it followed me throughout my career. However, I overcame each time something similar happened that somebody else did or somebody else caused. And so when I'm speaking to people, my foible was at 18. I began writing at 60. I had 32 years in IT. And so when I talk to young people, and I'm talking to those who are older who are thinking, I really messed up and I can't recover. And I just want to let you know that yes, you can recover and excel.
Well, listen, I am so excited to hear your keynote later on. I have definitely been privy to her journey. I remember one time, Daria, when we were on the phone and you were just telling me like the overwhelmingness of what it is that you have to do in the tech space. By the way, she's a fellow techie like me too. Hello, hello, hello. And so I'm excited to hear about that, Daria. I can't wait to hear that journey. Listen, real quick, if everybody could, go ahead and let us know how we can get in touch with you. We're going to start off with Wanda Pearson. How can everybody get in touch with you, my love?
Hi, you can get in touch with me at wdpearsonassociates.com, all one word, .com. Also, I do have a free giveaway, Freedom to Forgive. freedomtoforgive.com. You can actually get my free giveaway. So connect with me at Wanda Pearson, at Wanda at wdpearsonassociates.com, but also my website, wdpearsonassociates.com. I would love to connect with you. Thank you.
Absolutely. And Wanda, if you are in the chat, just go ahead and drop your link in the chat too for everybody that is watching live in the conference. Okay, well, let's go to Daria. How can we get in touch with you, Daria?
You can reach me at www.imstillhot.com. That's www.imstillhot.com.
Right. And listen, again, for all of our speakers, if you can drop in the chat your website link in the chat in the conference so that they can be able to connect with you. And then we've got, okay, Dr. Maeva, how can we get in touch with you?
If you would like to download my free ebook, 5 Secrets to Emotionally Support Your Child, Neurodivergent Child with Learning Differences, you can go to, Without Burning Out, you can go to mothersofexceptionalkids.com/home. Again, that's mothersofexceptionalkids.com/home.
Thank you very much. And we're going to now go to Tanya. Tanya, how can we get in touch with you, beautiful?
Yes, you can contact me at Tanya White at suddenlylifebusy.com.
All right. And last but definitely not least, Dr. Jasmine Zapata. The floor is yours.
Yes, you can send me a personal message and reach me at www.drjasminezapata.com, drjasminezapata.com. If you want to talk anything youth mental health, we have a youth mental health book coming out. We're doing a national tour, all kind of ways to partner and connect so we can uplift our young people.
Screen. Ladies, thank you so much for being here and being a part of the Overcoming Conference. Yes, it has been a privilege and a pleasure. Listen, for everybody who's watching, many of our speakers will be over in the chat, and so they're going to drop their links, and then when we get a chance to go to the lounge, you might even be able to connect with them and ask them additional questions. It's been a privilege and a pleasure. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you over at the conference, and y'all have a wonderful and amazing day. Bye, you guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys. All right. Hold on, y'all.
Hi, I'm Wanda Pearson with WD Pearson Associates, where we educate, empower, and consult. So many families, entrepreneurs, and small business owners are overwhelmed trying to protect what they worked so hard to build. Many don't have affordable legal protection, identity theft coverage, and proper business guidance, or even a will in place to protect their legacy. That's where I come in. Through Legal Shield, ID Shield coaching, and business coaching, I help individuals, entrepreneurs gain peace of mind, gain access to legal protection, and also clarity for building their future the right way, legally, financially, and successfully. I'm also the author of God's Grace Through the Fire, From Struggle to Triumph, and my new book, Forgiveness, Walking in Freedom to God's Grace. And now I'm the co-author of Overcoming, because I believe healing, purpose, and protection all work together. If you're ready to stop surviving and start moving forward with confidence, let's connect today. My website is wdpearsonassociates.com. Book a coaching session with me for 15 minutes. And also, I believe collaboration is the key to success.
Hello, parents and caregivers. Are you ready to help your neurodivergent children discover their brilliance? I am Dr. Maeva Clark, your parent empowerment and child safety advocate. I empower parents and caregivers of neurodivergent children by providing emotional support and practical tools without burning out, while they guide their children into the brilliant they were created to be. Parents and caregivers cannot pour into a child's emotional, social, or developmental needs if they are depleted. When you begin to meet your own needs, you create the emotional safety that your child needs to grow. Unlock your child's brilliance through my signature framework, The Bright Parenting Path. Visit Mothers of Exceptional Kids and join me today by downloading my free masterclass, The Bright Parenting Path. Help your neurodivergent child thrive without burning out.
Are you clear, confident, and compliant when tackling your taxes? I bet even if you have a CPA, your answer is no. Listen, I'll admit it. We CPAs basically suck at talking to people, but don't just listen to my perspective. Hear it from someone else.
Hey, good morning. I'm here to give a comment on Welch Financial, and I just wanted to let you know she was the best thing that ever happened to my company. And I was so elated because I knew she was a top-class Wall Street accountant, and I know how much that meant to come into my business and get my business straight. With Cecily, all T's are crossed and all I's are dotted. but she was so much more than money. She actually helped us attain a property with a mortgage. She sat in on all the meetings, and she really worked for us. She was a godsend.
Interested in how to actually get what you're paying for when you talk to your accountant? Come see me at theaccountantyoucanunderstand.com.
You wrote a book and it's not selling, or you're trying to figure out how to build multiple streams of income? Listen up. My name is Taria Avant. I'm the co-founder of Book Rich Profits Club. We are the #1 community for authors who not only want to learn how to, of course, sell their book, but get on more speaking stages, learn how to properly tell their story, and build multiple streams of income. Listen, if you are looking for a community where in 90 days, we're going to give you a roadmap showing you what you need to be doing every single day so that you can absolutely get to the profits, as well as get on more stages, get more visibility, and make more money, join us today. Best of all, you can actually get started in the community for free. If you go to bookrichprofitsclub.com, you can join right now. If you decide you want a little bit more help, we do have that available as well. But join the community, introduce yourself, and get started on the road to success. We'll see you over there at bookrichprofitsclub.com. All right, everybody. What's those commercials? No, we have more. We have more. Don't worry about it right now. And don't worry about it. We have more commercials coming your way. Listen, in the chat, I need you guys to do me a favor. Let me know one takeaway that you received so far. And again, hopefully everybody is still watching us here live. I'm about to drop the link so that we can do our first raffle. We'll do our raffle after our next keynote speaker. And so we'll do our next raffle after the keynote speaker. I'm going to drop the link right now in the chat. Again, if you're watching on social media, that means Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, you must register. Okay. You got to register, darlings. You got to go to this link right here. Overcoming, the Overcoming Conference, which is overcoming.collaborationbooks.com. You're going to register right now so that you can be a part of this conversation, but also so that you can enter to win. So when you enter to win and then you come into the stage, it allows you the opportunity to absolutely enter to win some of these amazing giveaways. John says, this helped me to define my pain point. Come on, John. Right. Awesome. What other takeaways did y'all receive? Thank you, John. And I love the profile pictures in here too. Some of y'all have added your pictures, looking good. Okay, let me go ahead and drop the link real quick, guys, in the chat. Hold on, let me make sure I get the link right for you. Hold up. I think that's, yeah, here we go. I'm gonna drop the link for you guys in the chat. And this is what I need everybody to complete out right now, okay? So complete this link right now. Only one time, by the way, okay? So please do not complete it more than once, okay? We only need you to complete it one time. And when we do the drawing, and we announce your name, you must be here, okay? So if you want to win, you have to be here. So everybody that's watching online, y'all, we giving away some money, flat screens, okay, flat screen. We giving away gas cards. You know what I'm saying? Gas is ridiculous. Okay, they're doing us dirty out here in these streets. So click on the link, guys. It takes 1 minute, not even 30 seconds, 15 seconds to fill out the form just to confirm that you're here. And then after our next keynote speaker, we're going to go ahead and announce the winner. So if you guys are ready for our first keynote of the day, I want everybody to put ready in the chat. Put ready in the chat, guys. Go ahead and put ready in the chat. If you guys are ready for our speaker of the day, I am thrilled. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but a sister right here is thrilled and excited about our keynote speaker that we have coming up. And so again, y'all put ready in the chat. Okay, everybody's putting ready. Awesome. Okay, let me just make sure I got the layout right. I got to make sure I got them right on the screen, okay? Because this gentleman that's about to be speaking on today is going to be bringing that energy, okay, that energy. And so I am thrilled to be able to have him on today, guys. First of all, this is one of my business partners. But if if it is okay that I could say it, that he has also become a really good friend for me. And this is something that I have always prayed for, guys. As y'all know, anybody that's been watching us or been a part of this journey for over 10 plus years, we've been out here as a community and y'all have been amazing. But definitely to have someone who has been not just only an amazing contribution to what we're doing with Book Rich Profits Club, but also someone who can, pour into you too, right? You want to have those types of business partners. Let me just tell you a little bit about his background. He is a 5-time Emmy Award winner. Guys, he has worked on some of the most biggest platforms that you can think about, not just in Hollywood, but all over the United States, right? Guys, he's been able to work. Anybody you think about in Black America, as far as Black Hollywood America, he know all of them and then talk to them and they friends when he's friends with him. In fact, one of his closest mentors, guys, well, he'll talk a little bit about that. I'll let him tell his story. I won't give all the tea, but I will tell you that he connected to my uncle, Mr. Avant, because y'all know my last name is Taria Avant, but I'll let him tell you more about that. But most of all, guys, he has a big passion to want to help you guys to tell your story, but not just telling your story, but being effective with your story. Does that make sense, everyone? Right? And so I need everybody again. I know y'all said ready already, but say ready again. Ready for my business partner, my friend, Brian Johnson. Let's give it.
Can you hear me now? All right, tell them to change my handles from I am Ash Cash to Brian Johnson Global. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be ready to rock. No, seriously, I'm beyond elated to be here. This is the first collaboration book that I've ever done in my life. And Taria, first and foremost, I just want to set the stage and say thank you, Queen, for being so obedient and diligent to the assignment that has been put and called on your life, to produce this type of event, to create this type of atmosphere, to cultivate this type of space for us aspiring authors, all of us who have overcome, understanding that overcoming is something that we do on a daily basis, to produce such a high level book. None of the accolades of my life, nothing matters more than seeing people come together to share their story, right? And so I just want to set the stage and set the intention, tell you thank you, how much I appreciate you. And I don't want to take too much of you all's time today, but I do want to just talk about some dynamics of overcoming the illusion of success, right? So you hear all of these networks that I've worked with and the stages and the people I'm associated with. And, sometimes I kind of cringe upon that because I don't want that to just be the linchpin, right? I don't want that to just be the direct connection or correlation. We talk about those things because, I've reached a status of like the highest of the high and working in certain arenas and shows and people and all those things are great, but none of that matters because, this would be my opening question to you all. Like, what happens when you finally get the thing you prayed for and it still doesn't give you peace, right? Like it still doesn't give you peace, because a lot of us are exhausted, not because we're failing, but because we're succeeding at things that are kind of out of alignment with who we really are, right? So I want to talk to you all. I just want to break down a little bit of my story and just go over that real quick, and then give you all some tangible examples of overcoming the illusion of success and what that looks like. So you all know if you heard me talk on stages before, I'm from a small town in Alabama, grew up, it's a population of 600 people, grew up in a single wide trailer, single parent mom, moved to Los Angeles with $325 in a red suitcase, nothing but a dream and a hope, and was able and blessed to work on bringing Arsenio Hall back to CBS, Bill Nye the Science Guy, bringing that back to Netflix, James Corden's Carpool Karaoke, launched that show on Apple and CBS, brought Post Malone's show to Facebook when Facebook was getting into the game. All of these things, been blessed to bring Terrell Owens' Get Your Popcorn Ready podcast to the stage, and Jay Shetty's On Purpose podcast, been able to produce on a lot of these at the highest of the high, right? So Hollywood was Hollywood, and Hollywood is Hollywood. And so in the midst of that, I wrote a book, and in the book in 2014, and it became a bestseller. And it allowed me to build and scale a 7-figure coaching business, right? Specifically coaching. That's what I wanted to do. And I did that through one book, throughout having a website, by utilizing, my references and my all my relationships. And 100% of my business has been all of word of mouth and referrals, like 100%, which is the highest of high when it comes to business, when it comes to marketing, right? Not having a website, not running ads, but people buying into your word, understanding who you are, your method that you've created, standing on business or standing on business. What the young people say, I don't know. I'm out of that space these days. And then so from the outside, my life looked successful, but internally, I was still running. Running from healing, running from the truth, tying identity to achievement, staying busy just to avoid the internal work. How many of us can agree with that? Knowing that staying busy sometimes just to avoid doing the work. This is where, a lot of people struggle, because I learned something dangerous, because achievement can distract you from healing. I'll say that again. Achievement can distract you from healing, because you will be so focused on trying to achieve externally that you haven't dealt with the internal thing, right? So what I want to do is give you all a little bit of, 3 ways to overcome. This is a little bit of me teaching here. I love to teach. I don't like coming on doing a keynote and just giving you rah, 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 and I'm not teaching you something, right? So I want to get into 3 points, and I'll give you these 3 points. If you all want to take your notes out, take your pen out, take your phone out. These are some things that I find through my journey that have been very important and that have worked for me. And so the point 1 is, how do you overcome the need for validation? Because many of us are always trying to build our lives, trying to improve something still to our parents. I know clients that I work with right now whose parents are dead and gone, and they're still seeking out that validation to their parents. They're still seeking out that love, that something that they didn't get, right? So remember, the point is overcoming the need for validation. So many of us are still building lives trying to prove to our parents, to our exes, to social media, to the people who doubted you. I had a client yesterday who literally told me now he's about to show his parents who he really is and what he's about to do. And I was like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're going to reframe that. Your only proof is to yourself, your family, your wife, and to God, right? You don't need to be out here trying to seek validation from nobody, right? Validation, you all, is a moving target, because if your identity is built on applause, then criticism will destroy you. I'll say that again. If your identity is built on applause, then criticism will literally destroy you. Because listen, chasing accomplishment for myself, needing that external success, realizing peace and validation, they're not the same. I chased the accomplishment. I chased the dreams. I chased the shows. I chased the women. I chased the alcohol. I chased the money. I chased it all and was still so empty and dying inside. And I know so many people in life that pretend to have this and to have that, but they're literally dying inside. I know so many celebrities that you know out here that present, man, when that camera comes on, when those lights come on, man, it's all fine. But when they go back in that dressing room, they are literally dying, don't want to talk, dealing with this, dealing with that. How many of you all know it's not about being a celebrity? What's your celebrity? Who are you? What are you chasing right now? What are you seeking external success for? I mean, what are you seeking external validation for? Right? So that's point number 1. Point number 1 is overcoming the need for validation. Point number 2 is overcoming the fear of the internal work. A lot of us in this day and age, especially in this social media age, but I don't like to say social media anymore. I like to say service media. We're in the service media. We serve. We're becoming selfless. But a lot of us are focusing on branding, businesses, money, creating content, networking, but we avoid the healing, the accountability, the loneliness, the forgiveness, but more importantly, the truth. Because some of us would rather build a brand than to confront ourselves, right? Because that brand is that external work. You can go focus on the brand, but I can tell you there's a lot of people out here whose brand, they've built a brand and they are dying inside, and their brand cannot get to the point where it needs to be because the brand doesn't, there's a conflict between the internal war, right? So the external war and the external facing is brand, but the internal side of things is dead. And so there's a huge disconnect, right? So how many of us understand, point two, overcoming the fear of internal work? We focus on branding, building a business, doing anything that's an escape, trying to chase money, chasing content, networking, always having to be doing, always having to be seen, always having to be around people because you don't know how to sit with yourself. More importantly, you don't want to sit with yourself. And what that does is that makes you avoid healing, accountability, loneliness, forgiveness, and truth, right? Because growth is uncomfortable because honesty is uncomfortable. I'll say that again. Growth is uncomfortable because honesty is uncomfortable. So sometimes in order to grow, you have to let go of the certain environments. And certain environments, it doesn't necessarily have to be, it could be your house, it could be your family, it could be your friends, it could be the places you go, it could be where you shop and get groceries at, right? Because in order to get comfortable in a new space, you got to change up everything. So sometimes you also got to let go of those habits. I love the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Like, what habits are you doing or aren't you doing that's preventing you from being able to grow? Because in order to really go inside, to go internal, right? And I always talk about inspiration. Find things that inspire you. Inspiration, things that are inspirational, things that are in your spirit, things that you can watch that are in your spirit. So as you're changing your environments, make sure you find something that can tap into your spirit. Make sure that you can find something that makes you laugh, that makes you smile, right? If there's relationships, friendships, family members that are not aiding and fueling you to be into your best, you've heard this a million times, but sometimes you got to hear it again. Sometimes it takes 12 times for us as buyers, as consumers to make a buying decision. Well, if this is the 12th time you've heard this, if that relationship, if those environments, if those families, if those friends, if those people, if something's not serving you, let it go. Let it go. And the last one would be those old versions of yourself. There's some of us, I've been here, and I have to focus on this every single day. These old versions of ourselves, based on our habits, based on the environments that we used to be in, based on certain relationships that we either yearn for, because there is relationships that we yearned for in the past that we're still yearning for now that are not a part of who we are now or where we're going. And so you're still holding on to that low level vibration. And it's preventing you in every shape, form, or fashion, right? It's preventing you from being able to rise up to do the internal work. And I want you to give yourself permission today to let that old version of yourself go. And I want you to really surrender and say, God, listen, I don't know what version you want me to be, but if this old version is holding me back, then I surrender and I let it go. Let's keep it moving. Point 3, misalignment. Overcoming misalignment. Not everything successful is always seen as purposeful. I'll say that again. Not everything that is successful is always seen as purposeful. Just because something is working doesn't mean that it's right. Just because something is working doesn't mean that it's right, right? I want you to think about alignment versus ambition. What it looks like to be in alignment, right? When you are in alignment, let's just take your car, for example. If your car is out of alignment, what does it do? It pulls to the left or it pulls to the right. But when your car is in alignment, right, you are going straight. It's not pulling to the left. It's not pulling to the right, right? When you have ambition versus alignment and you're out of alignment, your ambition sometimes can take you out of alignment where it will pull you to the left. It will pull you to the right. So you have to be in alignment with your assignment. So if you're in alignment and then you know you have the assignment and you have been assigned something, you remember in school back in the day when a teacher assigned you homework, assigned you this, assigned you that, it was the right intention, right? So what is your intention right now? What have you been assigned to do? And how does that keep, when it comes to your assignment versus your alignment, how do you combine those two? Are we tracking? You stop asking, how do I become more successful? And started asking, how can my gifts serve people? That's what I want the focus to be. I want you to stop asking, how do I become more successful? How do I make more money? But I want you to ask yourself, in the overcoming portion of this book, how can my gifts serve more people? And so I want to bring this all together for you. Taria, I can't tell you how amazing this is just to be here. Like, this is something I don't normally teach on, and it stretches me, right? The greatest accomplishment in life is not becoming successful. It's not, y'all. Success comes and goes. Success is subjective, right? What is success? What is success for you? Success for me is waking up every day. Because if I wake up every day and God give me another chance, then the choices are up to me. So then I succeed every day. As long as he keeps me here, I keep winning. I keep succeeding. And even if the choices that I make for the day are not in alignment with my assignment, right? He's still going to give me another day. He's still going to give me another chance. So the greatest accomplishment in life is not becoming successful. It's becoming aligned. That's what I've learned. It's not about becoming successful. It's about becoming aligned. Right? Here's the thing. And I want this to be very, I want you all to get this one. I've been blessed to share my story. I've been blessed to build a very successful coaching business, coaching people literally all over the world. Black, white, brown, yellow, purple, green, all shapes, sizes, faiths. It doesn't matter. I understand my assignment. I understand my gift. When you put your story in this book about overcoming, you created that microphone. And today and moving forward, from this day forward, your story is going to be the microphone that changes someone else's life. But first, you have to have the courage to confront your own story. And I'll leave you all with this. Success without peace is expensive. Because you can achieve publicly while you're breaking privately. Some of us are breaking privately right now. And I'll say this to you, healing is harder than hustling. God will sometimes disrupt your comfort to restore your alignment, right? Some of us, we know that we're addicted to becoming instead of being and knowing. And last, I'll leave you with this. You don't need another opportunity. You need to be in alignment. Taria Vision Avant, thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I appreciate you all. I'm so honored and blessed. Please continue to just be great beings of light. You can follow me on all social media at Brian Johnson Global. Again, Taria, thank you so much for being here today.
Man, Brian, thank you for being here. Oh my goodness, the nuggets that you dropped, Brian. There's so many people in the chat that are just commenting. Look, Stevie says, thank you for taking us to Business Church. This was great. Thank you so much. Thanks, Brian. How can my gifts serve more people? Thanks, Brian. Thanks. Spot on. I needed this. So thank you, Brian, for spending the time with us here on The Overcoming and sharing your story as well. And I'm sure that, you know, we have more to do, y'all. We have actually, Brian has a book that's now coming out called My Story. I actually had someone message me and ask, do we have any more spots left? And they are all gone. But I'm excited about what you're going to be doing with My Story. Brian, thank you. Happy Saturday.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay, y'all, listen. So that was phenomenal. Yes, thank you. And so listen, hold on, let me make sure I get it all right. There we go. There we go. There we go. Y'all, we are fired up. This has been phenomenal thus far. We have another panel, but I promised y'all we were going to do a giveaway. And so all of our speakers, if you're still watching this, I just sent you guys an email because I put a post in the Facebook group, but I don't know if you knew to comment right there. So comment back. We have a lot of giveaways. And let me just tell y'all, we got a lot of people that are currently watching on the stage, like right now in the conference. A lot of you guys are watching. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us. And so as we get ready to bring on the next panel, I first want to do the giveaway. So the first giveaway we're going to do, y'all, is some money. Some munyan, as me and Brian say. We say munyan. Because y'all, it's tough out here. Okay, so we're gonna give away $50 in cash money, Cash App. So we're gonna send you this Cash App money, $50. And so these are the names that submitted prior to Brian starting. If you have not had a chance to submit your name, we will open it up again so that you guys can submit your name. You just have to be registered and on the conference stage. Does that make sense? So if you're watching us on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, listen, I'm just gonna be honest. We want to get you information. Yep. And in exchange, you guys all are going to be walking away with a gift for being here. So that is a blessing. But now we're going to do this drawing. So let's go ahead and do this $50 give away. Are y'all ready? Let's go. Okay. Marcella Partlow, darling. Marcella Partlow, congratulations. You just won the $50 Cash App. And so what we'll do is we'll make sure to reach out. But is Marcella here? Because she got to be here in order to win. Listen, 90% of success is showing up and staying. I'm going to add that. That's a new one. So is Marcella here? Marcella, are you here? Let us know in the chat so that you can claim your $50. And with that stated, y'all, so y'all let us know if she's here. Is Marcella here? Because if she ain't here, she done missed out on the winnings. But we're now going to get ready for our next panel of speakers. And so this is another incredible lineup. Again, we're waiting to see if Marcella is here. I don't see in the chat yet. I haven't seen in the chat. But we're going to get ready with our next panel of speakers either way, okay? And so we have an incredible group of women, and they're going to be sharing with you just like you guys had a chance to hear before. One of our speakers I'm seeing is not here, so I'm not sure if she's going to make it. Y'all, don't look like Marcella is still here. It doesn't look like it. Marcella about to miss out on this $50, child. Well, that's okay. Well, y'all, let's go ahead and give it up for our second panel of the day. I'm going to go ahead and get a nice round of applause. On today, happy Saturday. Y'all on screen, y'all can say hello. Hey. Okay. Well, that's okay. Y'all a little shy. That's okay. Y'all not about to be shy in 2 seconds because you're going to introduce yourself. So really quick, guys, not sure where Khadijah went, so we'll just leave us three on the screen until she comes back. But let's go ahead and start off first with our introductions. And I am going to have this beautiful, I see you, hi, bun. It's giving royalty. And so I'm going to start off with my royal queen, Dr. Janah Rasul. If you could go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what do you do and where are you located right now as we are here live in the conference. The floor is yours. Uh-oh, I'm not hearing you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, there you go. There you go. Oh, Lord. Child, you done missed the whole thing. Hey, y'all. This is what I'm telling y'all, technology, right? So that's okay. I'll repeat it. And what I want you to do is to introduce yourself. Let us know what it is that you do and where are you located.
I empower women who look like they have it all together, but deep down feel broken, unloved, and unseen by some form of childhood trauma. So I help them heal that through storytelling, through talk therapy, and other forms of like faith based practices.
Awesome. Okay, well, Dr. Khadijah just jumped on in there, but that was beautiful. And where are you located?
Stockbridge, Georgia.
Stockbridge, Georgia. Hello. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Dr. Janah. Are you there? Can you I can't hear you though. We can't hear you. It does say that you're not muted though. Did you make sure to connect to the microphone? While you figure that out, you might have to exit and come back on in, my love. And so while she figures that out, exit and come back in, we're gonna go to Dr. Deshonda Jennings. The floor is yours.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and
Yes.
clear.
Okay, awesome. My name is Dr. Deshonda Jennings, and I am the proud owner of a SWIM certified home based childcare business here in Chesterfield, Virginia. I'm also the proud owner of a nonprofit, DJ It Takes a Village, and the proud owner of a SWAM certified childcare coaching business here in Chesterfield, Virginia.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, darling. Thank you, thank you. And Dr. Janah, were you able to get you on mic?
I can't hear anything.
Oh, well, we can hear her
Take it out
now.
here.
Oh, Lord.
I can't hear.
We can hear you. All right, so look, we're gonna come back to her in a second. Hopefully, she'll be able to get it figured out so that she can hear. But I'm gonna start off with you, Khadijah, since you went first. This is just a couple of us. So, first question I want to ask you, Khadijah, is in this book, Overcoming. What specifically did you
No.
discuss
Can you guys
in
hear me?
regards to the? What did you discuss when it came to talking about overcoming, and why
Can you
did you
guys
make
hear me
a decision to
now?
talk about that?
All right, so yeah, I talked about in overcoming. I talked about overcoming childhood trauma. That's something that I experienced, and now I teach other women on how to heal from, because it's something that we think maybe when somebody think of trauma, they may think of this traumatic experience have, but it's things that we normalize in families, we normalize in friendships that are now traumatic for us. Now it changed the way we view ourselves, changed our confidence. It changed how we interact with other people, gives us anxieties. We don't know how to set boundaries. So there's a lot of different things. And like I said, it doesn't have to be something that's super traumatic where you're like, well, that was traumatic. No, it's just simple things that we normalize that are now become something serious in our lives. And so I made it a point in my life to be like, you know what? This is something that I'm now going to hit on. I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to continue talking about it because this book has already stretched me. This is my first time talking about it. Like, I have another book, but I didn't really hit on it as much, and I didn't label it childhood trauma. I didn't even use the word trauma. So yeah, so writing the book, it stretched me. It took me out my comfort zone. It brought me into realize that with y'all coaching, so shout out to the coaches, because with y'all coaching, you shared that this is something that you have to do. You have to serve, and sharing your story is part of serving, and you got to take yourself out of the equation. It's about the people now. So that's what I put into the book, and that's what I went and did.
Absolutely. Listen, serving is one of the most admirable things to do in this world. And you're right. It's always about, I believe everything that we go through in life is not even for us. I believe it's to help somebody else. And so thank you so much. Dr. Janah, I don't know if you can hear us, but we could definitely hear you. I had to mute out your mic though, because we can hear you. But now your camera is off. And so I don't know if you can hear us, but we definitely could hear you. All right. While we are waiting for her to figure that out, we're going to go back to Dr. Deshonda Jennings. And so, Dr. Deshonda, same question. What is it that you're discussing in your chapter in regards to overcoming, and why did you decide to choose that particular topic?
Yes, and my chapter is about overcoming lack to legacy. Because even in this childcare space, a lot of us, we do this because we have that passion for children. We want to make a difference in family. But in my own journey, what I found, even in that passion, I still wasn't operating to my true self. What I mean by that, I remember when I first got started, I was afraid to charge parents a set rate. I was more concerned about, well, is this too expensive? And I realized that even not understanding my value, who I am, and that I am called, remember the word says that we are in abundance, right? That God give us a place of abundance. So if we're in abundance, why are we afraid to charge our true value? And I know a lot of women in this childcare space. I look at the women around me like we're doing this, but are we really creating legacy? Not just legacy for ourselves. Because if you're broke, you really can't create a legacy. It takes money for everything. And I share the more vulnerable side of me because when I first got into this business, I'll go all the way back to when I first started. I started from a place of fear with lack, not understanding, afraid, leave my miracle baby with somebody else. But fast forward, I realized that it's bigger than that. If I really want to make an impact, I cannot operate from a place of lack, meaning that yes, I love my families. And this is something that I share even with my own families. Like, we are not in a place of not having. A lot of us in the childcare space, and I know if you got some childcare educators listening, I'm talking to you. A lot of times we don't want to charge our value because we feel like parents can't afford it. That's operating in lack. A lot of times we don't want to invest in personal development. That's operating in lack. So I wanted to share that part of my own personal journey. How fast forward I realized that I really couldn't make an impact in nobody's life or my own life from operating from a place of lack, self doubt, not trusting myself, and not understanding my value.
A word, a word, a word, a word. As for the young, that was some tea. I clocked it. No, the chat is absolutely loving you guys as well. Let me just tell you, they said oh, that is a great concept. I never thought of trauma. I never thought of trauma with simple things normalized. Can we have a few more? Hold up. Lord, it's going so quick. It's not just childcare, but in life, period. Amen. So listen, the chat is chatting. It's doing its thing. Dr. Janai, can you hear us now?
I can hear y'all, but can you hear me?
Okay, perfect. Yes. Yes. Look, that's what you gotta keep pushing through. Now, I do hear echo, so it sounds like you have another screen open of the conference.
No, I
There is
don't.
an echo.
Oh no.
Well, that's okay. What we're gonna
I have
do,
nothing open.
we're just gonna have to push through. Tell everybody a little bit about who you are and where you're located.
Okay, so I am located in Atlanta, Georgia, and I am Dr. Jenna Rasul. I'm a national board certified health and wellness coach who is so excited to be here. I empower high functioning, sad, stressed out, anxious, and depressed cannabis consumers stop chasing temporary relief by building holistic systems that can support intentional healing. So I'm glad I'm here, guys. Ask me your questions. No.
Now, okay. Now we're glad that you were definitely able to make it. What we'll do so it don't echo, Dr. Jana, is I'm gonna mute you while I'm talking and then unmute you when you talk, because what we just had the young ladies to discuss in their chapter of overcoming. What did they decide to talk about, and why did they choose that particular topic? So I want you to also answer that question for us as well.
Okay, so I decided to talk about overcoming anxiety and using natural holistic methods in order to do so that you can manage stress, because a lot of people don't realize, but mental health challenges that people face, including myself, some of them are not challenges that go away, but they are things that we can manage. And right now, something that's very popular in the health and wellness space is cannabis. And so I decided to niche myself down into the space because I myself am a cannabis patient and I have navigated the space all alone. You know, now that we hear the president talking about rescheduling, we want descheduling, but rescheduling so that they can actually show that there are medicinal parts of this plant, which we already knew, we know that lots of people are going to really start getting even more interested in ditching the pills or using less pills in order to use natural methods. And I wanted people to know that a lot of people think cannabis is like a magic pill, and it's not. You have to combine cannabis with other practices that include getting deep into yourself and realizing that there are things about yourself that you may have to overcome in order to really beat these mental health challenges that you live with every day.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Y'all just let me know quickly because I'm trying to mute myself to make sure we don't echo. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, as I was saying some stuff, but you know what? I think that was God. I'm not about to repeat what I said. Just keep it to myself. God, block it. It said, Teresa, stop telling everybody your business. Okay, no problem. Yes, God. Okay, look. So so again, this book is called Overcoming, right? And every single one of us had a chance to really share, some stuff that maybe a lot of times that many people won't share. We're supposed to have another person on this panel, but since she's not here, we're going to tap into this a little bit of time we have left. And so I just want to ask each one of you guys, for anybody that is thinking about wanting to share something of their truth, they want to be able to get it out there, finally kind of release that. Why do you feel that it is important that they share their truth of what they have been overcoming? And so we'll start off with Kadi, aka Khadijah. Then we're going to go to, as soon as she is done, Dr. Deshonda is going to go straight to you. And then as soon as she is done, Dr. Jenna is going to come to you. So it'll just go straight to each one of you guys as soon as they're done. So go ahead, Kadi, you got it first. Uh-oh. There you go.
Okay,
Gotcha.
thank you. I don't know how to do it on the phone. Thank you so much. So you said the question was like how? What was the question again?
Why is it important that if anybody that is sitting here like, man, this is a great concept, I have been secretly dealing or handling or going through this, why is it important for them to being willing to tell their story of what they're overcoming? Why is that important? Why do you think it's important that they do that?
Well, the first reason I would say it's important is because it's going to bring you a lot of peace. It's going to bring you a glow up. It's going to bring you happiness. It's going to take you into a place where you're like, you know what? I love myself. And if I love myself, I can now love the people around me. So that was the one biggest thing that I took away from when I started my healing journey and started sharing my story. Another one is validation. You're going to validate another young person who is still going through that journey. I didn't have anyone talking about this when I was younger and going through the journey of like feeling like I was stuck in trauma, stuck in toxicity around me, and feeling emotionally and physically abused, or and thinking it's normal. And I'm gonna use that word a lot because I think a lot of times we think of hard things, but these things I thought was normal until I got older, and I was like, these are not normal. A child shouldn't have to experience these type of things, like being bullied in your own home and just things like that. That you just, oh, that's just how families do, and no, it's not. It's not normal. So I think when you share your story, you're gonna validate a lot of people who are like, you know what, I went through the same thing. Maybe I need to start digging a little deeper and figure out, is there some things that are bothering me still, and who do I need to talk to, or who I need to forgive, and what do I need to let go? So that would be my takeaway is you're going to validate someone, and you also are going to find peace, and I guarantee you that.
Khadijah, that was good. I would say definitely for anyone who wants to share your story, one, it's definitely going to bring you that peace, just like she said. And even as it gives you a deeper reflection of why am I at the point that I am in my life? Is it something I need to go deeper. A lot of times we deal with the surface things, but as you continue to share your story and continue to share your story, you're going to get to the root of this is why I'm here. This is why this experience happened. And the biggest thing of sharing your story, you show the world, you show that other mom, that other lady, or whether you're a man, that other man, you show them in real life that God is not a respecter of person. If He did it for you, and got you through whatever that trauma, whatever that lack, whatever that experience that you went through, you are living proof that God can get the next person through that as well.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I believe that sharing your story is super important, and it's not remiss on me that I'm looking at myself as I'm saying this, because I'm talking to you guys. You guys are a reflection of me, and I'm a reflection of you. But it's important to share your story because you don't realize how many other people may share the same thing, and they may not be in your immediate surroundings. There may be people who are in spaces that you're not in at the time. There may be people who are in international waters. And that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to be a part of this book, because sharing my story here really let me know the importance of other people sharing their story. Because again, it lets people know that there are other people who also are going through the same things. And also, I thought it was important that I share my story because I am a professional, and cannabis has a huge stigma. Medical marijuana is just now, starting to really, really be in everyday conversation, and there's so much lack in the education. And so with me having the education that I have, and other people having education that you have through your personal experiences, it's important that we all share these stories, because what I've learned from my fabulous mentors, and Saria is one of them, Brian and the fabulous Ash Cash is the other, but what I've learned from them is that a lot of times the story that you share, or the story that you have, is not even for you. You're like, what in the world? Why am I going through all of this stuff? And it's because you're supposed to help other people. You're supposed to be the messenger. You're supposed to be the translator, of those messages to help people really rise up. And so by you sharing your story and you rising up, you automatically help other people to rise up as well. You become that example that you actually want to see in the world. So those are some of the reasons why I think it's important. And I'm so glad that I shed my fear of actually coming out in the cannabis space, or outside of the cannabis space rather, because in the cannabis space I'm very comfortable, but outside of the cannabis space, and letting people know that I'm here, we're here, and this is important, and your story is important too.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Oh, let me mute it. Okay, there we go. Thank you, love. Okay, thank you so much. And that is powerful, y'all. Come on. If everybody, I see y'all in the chat sharing your takeaways. And so keep on typing in the chat and let us know. Yes, sharing your story helps others. You never know who needs your story. Not just the person sharing, but the person who's receiving. Holistic health is so vital. Why? Hold on. It's coming in. It's coming in. So yes, definitely keep on typing in the chat. What are your takeaways? Sharing can be healing. Amen. Sharing can be healing. So last question of the day, and same exact order. Tell everybody how they can get in touch with you. And if you are going to be over in the chat, let them know too, so they can be able to connect with you when we break off into our sections. So we'll start off with you, Kadi.
All right. So everyone, again, my name is Khadija Abdulaziz. Everyone calls me Kadi. You can find me at my website is Queendom. So QUEENDOM, like kingdom, but Queendom of Kadi, which is KHADII.com. That's my website where you can find my books, you can find my music, you can contact me. And then also, I believe I do have my Instagram up, which is Kadi_AA. KHADII_AA. You can find me there, and let's connect. Let's have some fun.
Yes, you can connect with me by going to www.10mistakes2avoid.com. That's the number 10 mistakes, the number 2 avoid.com. It'll connect you to all of my social medias, to my website, to all of my books. Go to www.10mistakes-to-avoid.com.
And you guys can connect with me at www.elevatemyrelief.com or my name, drjennaRasul.com as well. Either one of those will take you to all of the information that you need.
All right, everybody. So let's go ahead and give it up, y'all. Drop in the chat if this was amazing. To our second panel, we appreciate you. Thank you, guys. Love you, love you, love you. So weren't they phenomenal, guys? They were amazing, absolutely amazing. And listen, they will be in touch with each and every one of you guys as well. If they're going to be in the chat, make sure y'all stay here because you'll be able to get a chance. In fact, they should be able to drop their links in the chat too. So it just over in the chat, everybody that's in the chat, make sure y'all check it out, check it out, check it out. We're going to get ready now to play some more commercials, but also we're going to do another giveaway. So if you've already submitted your name, you do not need to submit it again. Please do not, because that we're just going to remove the duplicates anyways. So I'm going to drop in the chat where you need to go. Only submit one time only. Also, was our first winner ever here? Because child, we gonna have to get her gift to somebody else. Was Marcella here, y'all? Did anybody find did we hear from Marcella? So Marcella submitted her information and dipped out. Let me know, y'all. Let me know. And also, I'm going to tell you some of the amazing stuff that our speakers are giving away, too. So we have some really good stuff, y'all. I'm telling you. Hello. Okay, I'm going to tell you. So was she ever here? Let me know, because you have to actually be here to win. But I want to make sure somebody gets it. So do we need to pick someone else? Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no, maybe so. Let me know, y'all. Was she here? No, I don't think so. So I'm going to go ahead and do a drawing for her real quick. And hold up. And then we'll have the new names added. Okay, so I'm not going to add any new names. I'm just going to do another spin. And hopefully this person is here. Okay, y'all saying yes, she is here. Oh yeah, right. They missing out on the money. Okay, well let me go ahead and let me do my screen real quick. Okay, because we have a ton of giveaways that we're gonna do after our next keynote. So listen. We got a keynote that's about to come up, and gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. Our keynote is coming up. So let me go ahead and do this one more win for that. We're gonna select the name. And so let's go. Hold on. Okay, let's go. Remove and spin. Michelle Kane. Is Michelle Kane here? I hope she's here. Michelle Kane, you have replaced our winner, and so you have won the $50 Cash App. So is Michelle Kane here? Everybody let me know, is Michelle Kane here? Is she here in the building? I hope so. I hope Michelle is here. Because child, let me tell you something. Come on, Michelle. By the way, if you are watching us on any social media platform, we are currently streaming on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, all over the place. If you want to be a part of this opportunity to win, all you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is you're going to register to go to overcoming.collaborationbooks.com. Then you're going to join in to the actual conference link. Okay. And so that is where everybody is at, where we are chatting and connecting. Let me see if I can see the little globe. You know, I like to click on the little globe to see where people are in the world. Okay, we have recent global attendees. It's all in the United States right now, but I'm sure we got some folks over here all over the place. But make sure, guys, if you are here, is she here? I don't see Michelle Kane either. It looked like Michelle is not here. Oh my goodness. You have to claim your winnings, guys. And so, we're going to have to keep it moving. Okay, so again, let me drop the link one more time in the chat, because after our keynote, we will do some more drawings. I'm going to do a couple of drawings. And again, you must be here. You must be here. So this is the link. Oh, she is here, y'all. Michelle said, no, you won't. No, you don't. Congratulations to Michelle. Let's congratulate her. Hold on, I gotta make sure I'm on the screen. Let's congratulate her. Drop the link in the chat, and we're going to go ahead and get ready for our next keynote speaker. And this young lady is just doing some tremendous and amazing things. I'm a little bit over. I'm about a minute over time, but that's okay. I know that, but you don't have to do a minute shorter or 2 minutes shorter. Do your full time, okay? But this young lady has just been doing some tremendous things in the space of technology. But also has her own company where she's helping women that are going through that transition in life, the transition in life, guys. And so, I know that she's going to be talking about some phenomenal stuff on today. But hold on, let me add in something real quick. I got to add in her layover because we had a little bit of challenges on the other one. But that's okay. I'm going to add it in right now. Give me a second. Give me a second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. There it is. Beautiful. Okay, awesome. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and add her to this screen. So y'all, I'm excited because I know that we are in for a treat. With an extensive background in the technology space, IT space, this young lady is a force to be reckoned with. Again, as I was telling you guys, she's also has a company now where she's helping women of a beautiful age learn about all the transitioning of what takes place in the perimenopausal world. Baby, I've been learning myself, okay? And so I want everybody to give it up to this beautiful young lady. Let me remove this off the screen. Let's give it up to our keynote speaker of the day, Daria Rose. Technology. Look, we're gonna wait for Daria to get on the mic. As soon as she get on the mic, chat. Okay, there it says you muted yourself and then unmuted. It's showing the internet is a little slow though on your end. I don't know if that's why. Maybe try to exit and come back in. And what we'll do is while Daria is coming back in, we'll take a little bit of time to go ahead and do our next drawing. Is that cool? And so you can only win once. So if we do pull up your name again, because of course we have a ton more submissions, I'm just going to copy and paste the submissions and download those. Daria, if at any point and you come in and you are able to speak, just go ahead and say something, and then that will interrupt me because I'm over here multitasking. Because I was going to do all this while she was speaking, but that's okay, y'all. We going to make it work, right? We going to make it work. That's why I love technology. I'm telling you, I do. Because I have come to learn one thing about technology is that you can never get frustrated or upset. She already knows too. I know she's taking it like a G. I never get frustrated about it. All you can do is how you respond, right? All you can do is how you respond. And so when she comes back on, okay, did you figure it out, Daria? You might have to exit and come back in. Did you exit and come back in? You did. I still don't hear you though. What in the world? You were just on. My goodness. Okay, well, I'm gonna put these names in here. Let me put the names on the spin wheel. All right. It doesn't show that you left out. It just shows you turn off the camera, but let's spin the wheel. All right. Oh, I didn't tell y'all what this for. This is for another $50 cash app by Dr. Maeva Clark. Tanya, congratulations. You have won a $50 cash app. Tanya White is Tanya White still here? Is Tanya White still here? Tanya White, go ahead and shout out in the chat. Let us know if you are still here. We're going to do one more drawing as well for another $50 cash app. Yes, $50 cash app comes from Nick. Tosin, if Christy Tosin is here, let us know in the chat. Is Christy here? Is Christy here? Is Christy in the house? Let us know. Christy, you are a winner. And so if Christy is here, if not, y'all know we got to move on to somebody else. So listen, not sure if Daria is able to make it back on. We do have, of course, our other speakers that are coming up. Some of you guys are a little early, but that's okay. To be early is to be on time. However, what we might do is have to adjust, which is absolutely fine. We can adjust and see if we can bring back Daria afterwards. After we get ready for this panel. So while we do that, if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna play a couple commercials, and then hopefully we'll have Daria to come on and she can keynote after our next panel. Is that cool? So let me go ahead and play some of these commercials as we get ready for our next panel of amazing speakers. Let's go. We are looking for speakers, and if you're a speaker and you would like to learn how you can partner with us and the Book Profits Club, you need to go ahead and submit your application. We've been blessed to be able to help so many of our authors, speakers, and coaches speak not only here in the United States, but in multiple countries. Not only when you're a speaker do you get an opportunity to speak multiple times, but you get the leads, and guess what? We do the marketing. All you need to do is show up, slay the stage, and impact the world. If you're interested, go ahead and apply by going to I'mLookingForSpeakers.com.
You survived what should have broken you. Now what? I'm Jalita Gigi Parker, founder and CEO of Focus Faith and Mental Health, Inc., where we believe healing.
Oh, we didn't mean to do that, y'all. See, that's what happened with you. Let me get that commercial back.
You survived what should have broken you. Now what? I'm Jalita Gigi Parker, founder and CEO of Focus Faith and Mental Health, Inc., where we believe healing is holy. At Focus, we serve women, children, and families by connecting faith and mental health through coaching, community outreach, education, healing events, food support, and safe conversations that remind people they are never alone. And because healing starts with truth, I want to personally invite you to explore my 2 award-winning books, Withholding Love, When Intimacy Becomes a Weapon. The next book is Now What? I Married a Narcissist, Finding Faith, Hope, and Healing Beyond Brokenness, which is for the person asking, how do I heal after the confusion, heartbreak, and emotional exhaustion? Visit FocusFaithMentalHealth.org to learn more, support the mission, book a workshop, or begin your healing journey today. This is your reminder that you are not too far gone. You are never alone, and healing is still possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that we have been hoodwinked. We have been bamboozled. We have been run amok. Listen, we have been told all of our lives, all you have to do is work harder, hustle harder, and you have all the success that you want. But let me tell you right now that success is not just about working hard. It's about working smart. And too many of us have sacrificed the things that are dear to us, our friends, our family, even our health, chasing after that success. I'm Nishika Melton, and I am your simplified productivity strategist. What do? I get you from vision to implementation. I get you across the finish line without you having to sacrifice all the things that you love and hold dear. We leave the chaos and the foolishness behind. What I want you to do right now is go to mindingmybusiness.vip/10 hours. I'm giving you access to the resources and strategies that are going to help you regain an additional 10 hours in your week. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. You heard me correctly. Go to mindingmybusiness.vip/10 hours, and I will see you there.
Question. Are you a woman who is tired of carrying the pain, the pressure, and the weight of everyone else while losing yourself in the process? Are you divorced, separated, or just trying to figure out what your next level of love actually is? Are you ready to heal, reset, and become her again? Well, then welcome to the She Release community. Now, this is a community that is a transformational sisterhood. It is helping women release trauma and self-doubt, fear, stress, and unhealthy cycles so that they can walk boldly in the confidence, the peace, the purpose, and the abundance. I'm Brittany Wilder, and I'm your CEO. And inside of this community, we combine faith, healing, mindset transformation, hypnotherapy, sound healing, and sisterhood to help women truly transform from the inside out. And the reason why I love this community so very much is because we recognize that healing starts with regulation, right? Regulation and peace. And so for you, we're giving away this free nervous system reset track to help calm your mind, to help realign your energy, and to reconnect with yourself. So go ahead and download yours today at www.alignmyenergynow.com. One more time, www.alignmyenergy.com, and get your free nervous system regulation audio track, okay? But what makes this community so different and so special is that it's not just motivation, it's not just inspiration, it is real healing, it's real growth, it's real sisterhood, it's real transformation, and it is that safe space where you can finally exhale, right? Join this movement today and become part of the community of women choosing to heal, wholeness, and elevation. Go ahead to www.align my energy now and begin that journey to become the woman God created you to be. All right, you guys, blessings. Bye-bye.
Are you popping gummies every hour and still feeling anxious? Rolling more joints than your wallet can handle, but your mind is still racing? Hi. I'm Dr. Jenna Rasul, a national board certified health and wellness coach, and I've got just the thing for you. You see, I know what it's like to feel sad, stressed out, anxious, and deeply depressed. What I finally realized is that more cannabis didn't automatically mean more relief. I needed to understand why I was consuming, how I was consuming, and what my body actually needed. It wasn't until I learned my unique cannabis consumption style that I found long-lasting relief. If you're ready to move from temporary fixes to intentional healing, head over to elevatemyrelief.com right now and take my free cannabis consumer quiz. That's elevatemyrelief.com. See you there.
All right. Well, listen, I have pulled up the panel. So I'm not sure. Hold on. Let me pull y'all off real quick. I'm going to pull y'all back on in a second. Only because one of our panelists, she's not on yet. And so I was hoping that she was be able to make it. I don't know if Daria, if you were able to make it or unmute, get mic'd up. Are we able to hear you, Daria? I still cannot hear you. We just heard you. Like, what in the world is going on? So if you don't mind, Daria, I'm going to have you speak after this panel. But try to see, because we just had you on. So that is crazy. And so I'm going to bring on our next speakers while she figures that out, our next panelist. And so y'all, let's go ahead and give a round of applause. Let me make sure I set this up the right way. Yes, a round of applause as I bring them on in our panel 3 speakers. Let's welcome them in. Hello, ladies. How are you guys doing?
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Happy
Saturday. Listen, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. So listen, I'm so thrilled, so honored to have you guys here. I don't know where our other speaker is, but if she happens to make it in, that will be a blessing, and we'll make sure to bring her in. Real quick, we're going to have each one of you guys to introduce yourself and let us know what city you're in. Oh, you know what? I forgot to ask the other panelists about what they're grateful for, but they had a little extra question. So I'm going to let y'all also share one thing that you are grateful for. So tell us what you do, where are you located, and one thing that you're grateful for on today. We're going to start off with Cecily Welch. Cecily, I'm going to go ahead and have you to go first and let us know a little bit about you.
Thank you, Taria. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. So I'm going to say something that will probably surprise people. If you could see by the title here that I'm a CPA. And listen, my thing is the meek may inherit the earth, but somebody's got to pay the property taxes. So that's my philosophy on just about everything. I almost always look at things with the contrarian view. And I am calling in, I am on this conference from Atlanta, Georgia. Excited to be here. I'm the accountant that you can understand. I'm a certified financial planner, a CPA, which is certified public accountant, and a professional financial specialist. And I know that if you have any thoughts about having any financial wealth or independence, you're ignoring taxes at your peril. So that's what I do. I help people navigate the one thing that impacts everything, taxes. And what am I grateful for? I am grateful for a family that I love and like. That's a rare combination, and I was reminded of that this past week. My son just got promoted from the 8th grade. He is going to high school, and he got a couple of surprising but wonderful accolades during the ceremony that none of us were expecting. And I remembered how much I love and like my family.
Oh, thank you so much. That is a blessing, honey, to love and like, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and go to Patricia Pearson. The floor is now yours. Uh-oh, can't hear you. You're muted. Hold on, let me make sure I unmute you. Okay. Unmute request sent to you. Okay, we're going to go to Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills while she figures that out. Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills. I train high-achieving women to utilize their knowledge and expertise to increase their income. I am from that great state of North Carolina that is the home of Krispy Kreme donuts, Cheerwine, and of course, Aggie Pride. Had to do that for my sis Cecily and my sis Taria because she knows she love it. But I am grateful that Taria and I have been rocking out in the world for over a decade. That's important to know. And I'm still here and I'm still investing. So thank you.
Hello. Did y'all clock that T? She said, I've been here for over a decade, still here and still investing. That means we bringing some value somewhere out here in these streets. So thank you so much for just being a part of the community. You ain't lying. I had the picture pop up the other day, Stevie, when we was on the news. Do you remember that time we was on the news and I had my dog, y'all? So we went to the news, y'all, and talking about the conference that was coming up, the workshop, and I had a Pomeranian, and so he would travel with me all the time, and so for whatever that reason that day, child, he was cutting up, which, by the way, he probably used to cut up all the time. They never called me, but they said your dog will not stop barking, and you need to come and get him, or we are going to get him. And I was like, y'all not gonna touch my dog, and so I remember a story. Anyways, okay, let's go ahead and listen, I swear to God, y'all, I always mess up her name. I got to start connecting the emphasis because like I always tell people Maria with a T, but Deanna Peterson, I think it's Deanna, not Diani, but I always say,
You're right.
See, you see what I'm saying? But I literally battle with it every day because of the why. But Deanna, please go ahead and share a little bit about who you are, where you're located, and one thing that you are also grateful for. The floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Deani Peterson. I am the founder and CEO of a motivational speaking company called Deani Speaks. I am located in the sunny Sunshine State, Florida, Melbourne, Florida. And what I am grateful for is for my family and friends and all my supporters.
I love it. I'm just grateful for you to be here today, Deani. And I think she was able to figure it out. Patricia Pearson, Coach Pat. Coach Pat, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself. Hold on. Still muted. There you go. There she go. All right, there you go.
Can you hear me now? Best laid plans. Hello, everyone. I am Coach Pat Pearson, and I empower coaches, authors, and service-based professionals to turn their brilliance, their expertise into premium branded journals and planners that's going to help them to expand their impact in addition to generating an additional stream of income. I am from South Brunswick, New Jersey, and I'm grateful to be a part of this collaboration group, to be here with all of these great co-authors.
Well, we are so happy to have you as well, Coach Pat, and every single one of you ladies here. And so I'm ready to just dip right into it, get straight into it. I want to talk about what you guys have overcome or even overcoming. Can I just say this, y'all, too? Because one thing about life, too, is that a lot of times we're looking to kind of overcome a specific hurdle that I also believe was kind of assigned to us. And it's not something that it's like sometimes that hurdle will keep coming. And so I think that many of us were looking for it to just be all behind us. But the truth is that in many cases, that overcoming is always going to be an ing. It's just knowing how to handle those challenges, knowing when the challenges come up. That's what we talked about, the 4 areas that you'll be distracted in, knowing how to handle it when it happens again. All right. Does that make sense? Everybody in the chat, I see everybody in the chat talking and stuff. And so I want to ask you guys in regards to what you've overcome, specifically in your chapter, what are you talking about in your overcoming journey? And in the process of really kind of telling your story here in your overcoming journey, what is one tip? You can't give them all the goods, but what is one tip that you want to give to anybody who may also be experiencing similar challenges? And so what is that? What are your overcoming and what is the tip? And I'm going to go ahead and start off with Cecily. Cecily, let's bring her onto the stage so she can share her story. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Taria. I appreciate your asking me that question. And when it comes to overcoming and being in this book with everyone, I really had to think very hard about it because I don't like to use the term overcoming. You'll see my chapter is called When the Path Isn't Yours, Choosing Alignment Over Expectation. And the reason that this was important to me and that I've chosen not to use the term overcoming is because one really odd thing that seems like a minor thing to other people. Way back when I made the decision to, I'm going to call it quit a calculus class. I was failing a calculus class. This is as an adult. I was doing a career shift and a pivot. And it was a challenge. It was something that I had never encountered before. I would find ways to get anything done. You talk about working hard, I'm going to work harder. I'm going to find a way. So this was a tremendous issue. The reason I don't call things overcoming, I think of them as a pivot, was because of an interesting conversation I had with my mother that I will let you all see in the chapter. But the point is, it created someone who is me. The thing that you will know about me is that I am the contrarian voice in the room, and I've stopped pretending otherwise. I serve on IRS Advisory Council. I've been in rooms where policy is made, and in every single one of those times, I'm the one that says things that no one else is saying. And the reason is because I had to abandon my traditional path in my profession and find my own voice to be successful when I'm disagreeing with the estate attorney, disagreeing with firm partners. I have a good reason, and I'm going to go ahead and say so out loud, on the record, with intention. And it really goes in alignment with something that Brian mentioned during his keynote about just finding success in the traditional method. First off, I wasn't finding success in the traditional method. And I eventually figured out I was not going to get promoted. I'm training everybody. I'm working 90-hour weeks. I'm writing the articles I'm supposed to write, et cetera, et cetera. But they still kept promoting people over me or hiring people over me. Because I'm the one who says things that don't quite go with the calculation. Because I care about people. That is what my mission is. Screw what the industry is telling me my path is supposed to be. And so what I think making me write this down did, and being a part of this group, is letting people know, being true to yourself, why is that so controversial? Stop. We need to stop. If we were all the same, the world would be boring. We are not a melting pot. We are a salad bowl. If your lettuce, be lettuce. If your tomato, be a tomato. Mushing it all together, nobody wants that. No one's going to eat that. So we've got to be truer to our voice. And we've got to pivot when someone's telling us to go in the wrong direction and it doesn't fit.
Girl, you better drop some nuggets, y'all. Be true to your voice. Pivot. Child, listen, who can relate here in this chat to maybe, just being in the same exact space that Cecily was and how she's pivoted and literally is killing it right now. Like, by the way, killing it right now. I can't wait for you guys to be able to connect with her. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull up Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills. It's crazy because I've known a lot of you guys for a while now. And even with some of you who are brand new, I've been developing a connection and a relationship with you. So knowing your story and knowing the fact that you guys are going to be sharing this with thousands of people who are going to be touching this book, which by the way, the book is already sold to more than 250, 300 people. Wait a minute. Over 250 to 300, it's between that number, it might even be past that, have already purchased this book. So when I say 1,000, that is not far off, right? Book hadn't even come out yet. And so to know that your story is going to be impacting these thousands of people, I'm just truly grateful, truly honored, truly humbled. Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, if you could tell us again, what is it that you shared in your overcoming? And what is one tip for anybody who may be dealing with the similar thing that you want to share with them as well on how to get through?
Awesome. Thank you. Yes, I'm excited. Look, I can't just let that pass. I'm the one who brings the excitement. Y'all know me. If you don't, welcome to my world. So my chapter was about when success requires a new strategy. Child. Real quick, in 2021, I made six figures. In 2020, I made six figures. Praise Jesus. And y'all know the world was acting real crazy then. And that was a blessing. In 2022, my father passed away and my whole world stopped. My parents, shouts out to my mama. She's somewhere in the chat. Shouts out to my mama, Karen Mills, and my daddy, Fred Mills. They are my world. And so being somebody who is very close to my parents, has a beautiful story. When my father passed away, that rocked my foundation. And so for me, I was not about to do this business thing. I was like, listen, y'all got that. I'm about to go use my degrees, get into a job, and I'm going to holler at y'all later. It's been real. It's been real. And I had to really reevaluate that. And for me, I am not in business necessarily to do it for me. I never wanted to be in business. But what I wanted to do is to utilize my life in a powerful way. I am a Jesus girl. I love me some God. And it's very important for me to be used as a vessel. And the one tip that I would give you all is to know and understand that it may be a new strategy. It may be a different strategy. It may be something where, for me, I've been through all kinds of things financially, and I didn't want to tell nobody how to make no money. I didn't want to do it, but I had to. It's a call on my life to do that. And so it was about getting a new strategy, realizing that your life is not your own, honey. If you believe in the Lord, your life is not your own. Or whatever higher being should be higher than yourself. And so strategy for me is going the way that I'm supposed to go, getting over what I'm supposed to get over. Shouts out to Mental Health Month. And just going in that way because we never know where we're going to end up. And that's what I've done. Thank you.
Yes, come on now. Absolutely. And shout out to Mama Mills in the chat. And I remember that story. I remember that. I mean, we were connected then, and I remember that journey. And I even remember her saying, we were in the middle of a collaboration book, and she was like, "Listen, I gotta do a pause right now." I was like, "Absolutely." And this is a part of that story that you're going to be able to come back from. And so, not only has she come back, she also still has her full-time career, which, by the way, loves it. Hello. And is also out here as an entrepreneur. And so I love your story. Not that you had to go through it. I hate that you had to go through it, but I love that you're willing to share it. And that's a way to also keep our loved ones that have passed on alive. Always talk about your dad. Always talk about the greatness that he was. I love when you post pictures about him. All right, let's go to our next person. And that is going to be the young lady who we couldn't get her mic on, but she got it on. And so now I'm going to have her to share what her journey has been like. What is it that you've been overcoming? And what is one tip that you want to give to someone who is also experiencing the same thing? And we're going to talk to Coach Pat. Coach Pat, the floor is now yours.
Yeah. My chapter is titled Purpose Under Pressure. My pressure was in 2020, I was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Throughout that time, of course, initially in the beginning, it was a new experience. How I came to the title of Purpose Under Pressure was that I learned that pressure is not always a bad thing. I had this diagnosis, but as time went on, I understood that there was more to this than I could see. By being under pressure, pressure sometimes reveals to us strength. And within that strength, we sometimes find out things that we didn't necessarily know about ourselves. Now, I could have taken this diagnosis and I could have just given up. Most people, when they get this type of diagnosis, they look to the end result. They look, for what's supposed to happen. But what I learned throughout the journey was that there's so many blessings that came throughout the journey. My strength strengthened, my faith strengthened, and not only that, I began to put together what I call is the seed, and that was my story. So my tip would be that your seed is a story, and a lot of the other co-authors touched on it earlier. Your seed is a story because there's someone else out there that needs to hear your seed, and that seed will help them when they're under pressure so that they can aim towards their purpose. Knowing your story can help them. You may not be the person to necessarily water the seed, but you can be the person to plant the seed.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And I too, again, like I remember that journey, Pat, and I remember she actually was one of the recipients. She was the very first recipient of the Oak Tree Award. And I know you remember that Oak Tree Award, and she received the Oak Tree Award at our conference. Where is it at? Oh, it's back there. Yay. Awesome. And for me, it was something like I wanted, honestly, that was created because of her. Like y'all don't even know, like she still came to the conference and was dealing with battling through this stage and pushing through to the point where she wouldn't even give life to what it was that she never told us what stage she was in. Never did, because we're not going to give life to it. She just knew that she had something bigger and then purposeful. And I'm just grateful that I've just seen her health come back, her fullness come back, her excitement, and never stopped focusing on the work. And that is important. And so I love that story too. And then last but definitely not least, this superstar. And I am grateful that you chose to be a part of this project, because when you first joined, and I'm just going to tell everybody, I had no idea of what you were dealing with as far as in your personal situation. And I remember even when Sharice was like, she's like, can she just have a picture, her headshot picture? And I was like, okay. I was like, okay, that's fine. And then since we've gotten a chance to see you on camera, I'm like, wait a minute. What we out here making up excuses for? Because this young lady is a professional speaker. Let me stop telling all her business, because she's going to tell you a little bit about it. Deani, I'm going to go ahead and have you to share what you're overcoming and one tip that you want to leave to someone that is battling that as well. The floor is yours.
Yes, thank you so much, Taria. So my chapter is called From Proving to Owning. One thing dealing with my disability, so I have a muscle disability called arthrogryposis, that basically affects my muscles in my arms and legs, but I definitely don't let that define me. I'm doing all the things. I just recently graduated with my master's in biomedical data science this past weekend. I'm on my way to my PhD starting in the fall, so I definitely don't let my medical condition hinder me. But as going through this disability, I noticed that I was dealing with something internally, which is letting my disability take over my mind. So that's where I talk about how deal with the internal battle of, dealing with this disability while growing up. And that's what I basically talking about, going from proving to owning, because I had to learn how to be confident with myself and not let my condition hinder me. And one tip that I would give to people who deal with disabilities, whether it's physical or invisible, that nobody can't really see, but they know they have it, is that don't let anything hinder you. You are still, God put you on this earth for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And don't let that hinder you. You can do great things. Just let God use you and stay on his path.
Thank you so much. Let God use you. Everybody put that in the chat because, whew, I don't know, y'all panel about to get me crying out here because we have to remember that it is not what happens to us, it's what happens for us so that we can impact other people. And let God use you. Absolutely. Put that in the chat. Let God use you. Coach Pat, I don't know what happened to you, but I'm going to take you off the screen till you come back. But let God use you guys. Let God use you. You are a vessel, and every single thing that we go through, there is a purpose in it. And we got to continue to let God use us. Amen. Well, real quick, guys, if you could share with everybody, how can they get in touch with you? Cecily, we'll start off with you, darling. Let everybody know how they can reach out to the girl.
Off mute, yes? Yes. Thank you, thank you. I believe, Taria, you also opened today with sometimes things just don't go the way that you expect and you pivot and you keep going. Pivoting. So my site, theaccountantyoucanunderstand.com, does have a free webinar for you and a download. And of course, the last time I checked, it decided it did not feel like working. Therefore, if you tried to reach me at theaccountantyoucanunderstand.com and it's not working for you, instead go to the title of my other book, which I am launching. Your Accountant is Shit, as in SHIT, short-sighted, hesitant, and intimidated by taxes. YourAccountantIsShit.com. It's really filled with tools for you to get what you're paying for when you're talking to your accountant. Everyone always like, I don't understand what they're saying. They're talking in circles. I'm trying to get a straight line. I ask them a question. I never get the answer. These are some tools to help you get there, to utilize the profession that you're supposed to be getting service from and you're not getting it. So again, if the accountantyoucanunderstand.com isn't working for you, then go to YourAccountantIsShit.com. SHIT, short-sighted, hesitant, and intimidated by taxes.
Absolutely, darling. Well, listen, and also for some of our speakers, they're providing gifts. And so those who are providing gifts in the raffle, they'll also get y'all contact details for those who've registered, so they'll reach out to you as well. Okay, let's go ahead to Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills. The floor is yours. How can we get in touch with you, darling?
Hello, everyone. Again, thank you again, Taria. You know you have a special place in my heart. And so I want to tell you guys, I just launched something major. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I just launched something. And it is an assessment, baby. And this assessment is bad to the bone. You hear me? So, ladies who are high achieving, we have all the gift, skills, talents, and abilities. I want you to take this assessment. It's free, but it's going to change your life. Go to prettygirlsprofit.com because pretty girls don't just rock, baby. We profit. prettygirlsprofit.com. Okay? Thank you. See you soon.
Absolutely. Look, and speakers, also make sure to go into the chat and drop it in as well there too. And again, like I said, guys, our speakers, you'll be able to connect with them. Some of them will be on in the what's it called? In the lounge. So some of them gonna be in the lounge with y'all, so y'all be able to connect with them too. Everybody can be able to talk. The lounge is a lot of fun, so when we go over to the lounge, y'all are gonna love it. If you are watching on social media, we have a lot of people still watching on all the platforms. You want to enter to win, because we're about to do a drawing, and so we kind of got pushed back a little bit, but we're gonna do our keynote speaker after this, and then our last panel. You need to go to the overcoming.collaborationbooks.com and register Esther, guys. Okay, so make sure you go there. Okay, let's go. And Coach Pat, we cannot see your camera, so that's why I took you off. So if you, I know you want to share, so see what's going on with your camera so you can come back on. Deani, I'm gonna go ahead and have you to share. How can we get in touch with you?
Yes, if you guys want to get in touch with me, you can go to my website at www.dyanispeaks.com. Also, if you have Instagram, you can follow me at Diani Speaks. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Thank you.
Forward to seeing you too. And Coach Pat, I don't know where you at, girl. Yeah, the camera is black. I'm trying to bring you back on so you can share with everybody a little bit about yourself. Well, listen, we're just gonna have to do the black screen, Coach Pat. I can hear you. So if you want to just share with everybody, oh, she logged off. Okay, well, maybe when she come back on, we'll bring her back on. And so, listen, guys, how it's like on the screen still. Okay, there we go. All right, so what we're gonna do now, y'all, is oh, she's coming back in. Hold on. Let me see if we can get her on the screen. 1 second. All right, there she goes. Coach Pat, how can we get in touch with you?
You can reach me on all of my social media at coachpatpearson.com. You can also, my website is coachpatpearson.com. Website, email is, I'm sorry, social media, I got turned around with the camera. Social media is Coach Pat. You can also reach out to me for a free discovery session at coachpatfreesession.com. And during that session, I will give you a free ebook on how to start your journal.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Bye, you guys. And so, listen, that was our third panel. We have one more panel, guys, literally one more panel. And then, but we have a keynote. And so I hope the panel doesn't mind. It doesn't look like everybody is on yet. Anyways, so everybody that is done, y'all can go ahead and log off and come over here to the backstage. And then I'm going to have our keynote come on in first to do her talk. And then, but I still see, the only thing, Daria, is you have a phone in front of the camera. So I don't know if you're wanting that phone to be on because we can see the phone, but that if you want us to see the phone, then that is fine. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and bring on Daria again to keynote. Afterwards, though, after our panel, we're going to do the rest of our giveaways. So please don't miss these giveaways, including a flat screen television. Okay, so we've given away cash money, already given over, let me see, $200 in giveaways, and we've got more to come. And so let's go ahead and get ready to see about bringing on our final keynote, our keynote with Daria Rosen, and then we will have our final panel. Our final panel will speak and break it on down, child, break it on down. Okay. So, okay, I see she pulled up the thing. So let me make sure I add her onto the screen. There she goes. There she goes. Y'all drop in the chat and let us know as well. What's some takeaways that you have received from this just phenomenal group of women and men? Like, what are some takeaways that you guys want to share? Bless us, sister, with the takeaway. And, okay, why is it not showing? Hold on. There we go. Nope, ain't showing. Oh, I know why. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right. And so, y'all, without further ado, hopefully we can hear her clearly. Let me see. Unmute yourself, Daria. Let me just make sure I can hear you. Mic checker 1, 2. The quality looks much better, though. The camera quality looks much better. But now we can't. Okay, there you go. Can you speak? There she goes. Y'all, let's give it up for Daria Rosen.
Hey, I am Daria Rosen, and as Taria said, my background is IT. So while this would have made many people upset, this just tickled me. And I just want to share with you overcoming. So you have seen how we overcome. You do what you have to do. So, as I shared a little bit before, my chapter in overcoming is called Owning My Mess and how that changed everything. When you build a house, you have to have a good foundation because if you don't, everything is going to be shaky. My mess, I went to a 4-year private college on academic scholarship, and I had a wonderful time. I didn't do wild things. I just chatted with people. Chatted so much with people that I never made it into classes. I had time for Flag Girl. I had time for everything else, but not school. So at the end of that first semester, at the end of the second semester, they called me in and said, Daria, you were such a student of promise, but you are academically disqualified. So I share that with you because that's not something that anyone else could do or that anyone else did. It was all on me. So there is a saying in our family that you ask yourself, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? And that is the question that we ask when we are getting ready to speak to someone else. But I want to challenge you to ask yourself what you are telling yourself. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? We listen to our own words more than anyone else. So, the biggest challenge out of all of that foundation of flunking out my freshman year of college was that I was a snob. I could not go to a 4-year to a JC. I felt that that was beneath me. So, that was the first brick. I was not owning my mess. And as Brian shared earlier, we have to own what we have done. And so it took a while. It took other people telling me that I was not capable, that I wasn't going to end up being anything worth anything, for me to say, you know what? I'll show you. It was then that I said to myself, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? What they said was not true. It was not kind, and it definitely was not necessary, but it was necessary from the standpoint that that was fuel for me to make changes. So I want you to listen and to look at, where are you now? Are you there because of something you have done? Are you there and you're listening to the lies that you're telling yourself? And yes, other people can cause derailments. So the hardest part of that overcoming, again, is owning your mess. Now, I won't share all of the story, but I will just tell you, I spent almost 30 years in corporate IT, medical IT. And I didn't get there easily. And when I say easily, I cannot tell you how many individuals as leaders, as managers, who put in monkey wrenches, who outright lied, who blackballed me, who would not approve who would not approve promotions. But I was determined. And so I want you to look at, when somebody is in your way, when there are detours, I want you to overcome that mess. There is a picture that many of you have probably seen, and it is Jesus kneeling before a little girl, and she has a teddy bear in her hand. And behind him, he has a humongous teddy bear that looks like one of those ones that you find at Costco. And he is holding out his hand and saying to her, give me what you have. Give me your talents. Give me your skills. Give me the things that I have placed in you. But what do we tend to do? We hold on. We hold on to that little bear because that is the known. We don't know that there are gifts beyond our wildest imagination, that the Lord wishes to pour into us, the opportunities, the people that will come and cross our paths. Because for all of the people who are the naysayers, for all of the people who are the joy stoppers, there are those who do want to see you succeed. There are those who will come beyond and be the wind beneath your wings. There are those who will hold up your arms when the battle gets tired and you don't have the strength, but they believe in you. So I want everybody to remember that it does not matter how bad the mess is that you have made. You can overcome that mess. So, one of the things in an IT career, I called myself a translator. And that's because I had to take the technical scope and I had to translate it to the nurses and the physicians and all of the people in the hospital. So imagine going on a trip and you go to a country where you don't speak the language. If you don't have a translator, it can be rather difficult. So over the years, that is a skill in which I honed. I could take the technical things and I could explain it to those who didn't understand tech. I could take the medical aspects and I could explain that to the technical people who thought, oh, we're the IT people, we know what's best. That same skill is the skill in regard to perimenopause. Years ago, that was one of those things. I wrote the book, Perimenopause What Your Mother and Girlfriends Did Not Tell You, back in 2021, before it became anything that you rarely heard anybody say anything and nobody knew anything. But again, I listened to myself, and what I was telling myself was, who am I to tell other women about perimenopause? I'm not medical. I am a woman who has gone through that, but I am not medical. But here's the deal. It is in your story. You don't have to be a medical expert. That's what the doctors are for. But what you do have to be is an advocate for yourself. And so if you don't understand, if you don't know what to expect, if your families don't know what to expect during this journey, how can you be your best advocate? You have lived in your body however many years you are. You know your body better than anyone else. But yet you go to the doctor and say, I'm feeling off. Doctors need data because without data, they can say it's in your mind. I can't do anything with that. Because of that IT, because of that translation, because we need to know how to advocate for ourselves, I have created an app. It is currently in beta testing. So if you have a phone, and I would assume that every single one of you has a phone, that app will allow you to just click and track your symptoms. You can see over time. Maybe you're hot flashing after eating hot sauce, like I did. Maybe you get angry and have mood swings when you get warm or you get tired. You need to know what your triggers are. And so I wanted to simplify an easy way to do so. So, what the app is called the I'm Still Hot Decode app, because you need to decode what's going on. You need to take that decode and take that to the doctor so that they can translate what it is that you need, because what you need is not what the woman next to you needs. It's not what the woman in your woman in your family needs. It is what you need. So you have to have that good conversation. So today, if you are interested in becoming one of the first people when beta testing has completed to get the I'm Still Hot app I want you to go to waitlist.imstillhot.com. That's waitlist. We'll put you on the wait list. And so you will be one of the first ones to know when the app is available. So again, overcoming. Ask yourself, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? And then ask yourself, are you the one? Am I the one who is standing in the way for whatever greatness and for whatever purpose that God has called you to be? I am Daria Rosen, and I am the perimenopause solutionist, and you can find me at www.imstillhot.com. Thank you. Thank you, Taria, and for all of you for listening today.
Absolutely, Daria. Thank you so much. And listen, you do have some people in the chat that's like, I need the link. I want to test it out. I need it. So I know Daria is probably going to be over there too in the chat. So y'all make sure to plug in. Don't forget, guys, we will go over to the lounge as well, where you'll be able to get in and talk and connect and network. Daria, thank you so much. Push it through. You know what? Well, because we know we have that IT background, like we both, like when technology start doing what it do, we just be like, okay, we're not going to get flustered or frustrated. And so I just love it. And what a powerful talk you just did. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely, y'all. And so that was phenomenal. Let's give it up again for Daria. Yes, that was good. Listen, how many of y'all submitted to win? If you submitted to win, just go ahead and I did. I think what I've realized too is that you might not really be able to watch this from your phone. That's the thing. So if y'all trying to watch it from your phone, I just realized this halfway through the whole thing. You got to watch it on a computer. But if you are wanting to win these prizes, baby, you have to be here live. And so we have more prizes after this panel. I'm going to go through more of the prizes. We're going to close this thing out strong. And then we're going to go into our lounge and connect. And so let me, again, if you're watching online and you want to be able to, maybe you want to get some of these goodies that our speakers are giving away. Maybe you want to be a part of the conversation. You want to be in the lounge. Then you need to go to overcoming.collaborationbooks.com, overcoming.collaborationbooks.com, so you can come over here and be a part of the conversation. Okay. And so we will be identifying. We've got more gift cards, more $50 gift cards. We got about, let me see, 1, 2, 3. And was Christy Towson here? Did y'all see Christy in the chat? Because I'm still trying to confirm. I don't remember her saying I was here. And so we got more gift cards. We've got some bundles available with gift cards. She says she's here. Okay, yay, Christy. Congratulations. We have an HD tablet. We have one of my favorite journals that has an oak tree on it that we're giving away. A new book. I'm actually looking for people who want to be a part of this book. I'll tell you guys about that. And we have, let's see, just more gift cards and then the flat screen TV. So we got a lot of stuff we got to give away, y'all. And I'm going to get through that quickly after this panel. But we have another amazing panel of speakers. They are all here looking good, honey. I see y'all looking good. And so we're going to have them to first start off with introducing ourselves. But before we get them to do that, I need everybody to give them a round of applause for our final panel of the day. Hello, ladies. How are you guys doing? Hello. Yay. Well, listen, so happy to have you guys here. We're going to go ahead and get this party started, and I'm going to have you guys to share a little bit about who you are. We're going to start off with, somebody said, call her Malcolm in the chat. I'm in here snorting on a Saturday. I was like, y'all. They said, okay, Malcolm. Yes. And so I want to go ahead and have her to first introduce herself. So what I want you guys to do is introduce yourself. Let us know where you guys are located and one thing that you are grateful for today. We're going to start off with Nishika Melton. The floor is yours.
What's going on, y'all? Look, it got your attention and you were paying attention, so it did its job. I am Nishika Melton. I am in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I am the person who knows what it feels like to be robotic, just going, not realizing that I'm sacrificing myself because I'm trying to do all the things. The mental peace is gone, friends are sacrificed, all the different things. And so, because of that, I have been purposed and called to be a productivity strategist. I have a customized framework that takes high level achieving professionals or entrepreneurs from vision to implementation. I get you across the finish line. It doesn't matter what you've tried before, that try wasn't for you. Okay? So you and I need to connect because the finish line is waiting, success is waiting, and it doesn't have to take you out. And what I'm thankful for, y'all, while I was waiting for the conference to get started, I was checking my email. So all my praisers that are in the room right now, I need y'all to get y'all praise shoes on because I'm finna drop something on y'all for real. I got an email this morning that my $97,000 worth of student loans have all been forgiven. Y'all, if I could take off running, I would, but I would knock everything over. So that's what I am grateful for today. Yes.
Student loans. Okay, listen, I think somebody done won your vote. I don't know. I love it. Congratulations. And thank you so much. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, that is awesome. That is so, yeah, something to be praised. All right, now we're going to go to the next young lady, and she is doing some tremendous things as well, helping you get that credit together. Dr. Evangelist Bertha Winston, the floor is yours, darling. Hold on, let me make sure I unmute her. There she goes.
Yeah. Hello, hello. I am Dr. Evangelist Winston, as she calls it. Um, First of all, I am from District Heights, Maryland, but I am here in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, at my family reunion. So I'm grateful for my family, my health, and a wonderful family. And what I do, I empower individuals and families, eliminate their debt, like she said, improve their credit, and create a path to financial independence so they can stop surviving paycheck to paycheck and start building legacy one day at a time. Because you cannot work your way to wealth. You have to strategize your way to wealth. And so that's what I do. I'm so passionate about that because one day I was drowning in debt and then I had to work some strategy to become debt free. So that's what I want to help you do. Thank you. I'm grateful for my family and my health. Yes.
Yes, you do. Excuse me. Yes, and you know what, Dr. Bertha, you are Dr. Jasmine is also at her family reunion. So look at that,
Yes,
two family
yes,
reunions. And then
yes,
y'all with our business family today too. So thank you so much for
yes,
being here.
yes,
All
yes.
right, well now we're gonna go over to Dr. Delois Jackson. And y'all know I'm always just amazed because she has an entire school, y'all. And so
Yes.
I'm gonna let her tell you a little bit about herself. Y'all, let's give it up for Dr. Delois Jackson. The floor is yours. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me unmute her too. Uh-oh. She froze too. Uh-oh. Did I freeze? No, she froze. I'm about to say, damn, I froze. Okay, Dr. Delois, we're gonna come back because you are frozen with a beautiful smile, but I ain't gonna do you like that and put you on the screen with this froze. Okay. Am I back? Can y'all hear me? They get it.
Yes.
They get it. So I'm telling y'all how I'm going to disconnect. I ain't even on the Wi-Fi. I'm hardwired in. Okay, well, let's go ahead and bring on Dr. Delois. Go ahead and introduce yourself. I don't know why. I put it says unmute, remove. I can. Oh, it said you rejected it. You rejected me unmuting you. You got to accept it. You might have to exit and come back in, Dr. Dolores. Exit out and come back in. And while we do that, let's go to our. Hold up. Oh, Terry. Let's go to. I was going to say, wait a second.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, there we go. Yes. Okay, darling. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Yes, I am Dr. Dolores Jackson, and I am an author, educator. I am an entrepreneur. As my coach said, I am a pre-K through 12th grade private school owner, and I empower teen moms to overcome barriers, pursue their education, and build stable futures for themselves and for their families. And I live in Crestview, Florida, and I am so grateful for family, friends, my health, yes, my health and strength, and for all of you.
Oh, well, grateful for you as well. Thank you so much. And last but definitely not least, Terry Thompson, darling, our sitting judge, darling. So she's going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about herself and what it is that she is grateful for. The floor is yours.
How about now? Yes. Awesome. I am Terry Thompson. I am your teen girl empowerment coach, where I interrupt cycles of low self confidence and build confident teen girls so that they can empower this world. So, just a little bit further about who I am and what I do. After 33 years, yes, 33 years of being inside the courtroom, representing young girls, women, men, boys, I have encountered layers of trauma, mental health, and addiction. And through my initiative of Girls Who Rise, I focus on rebuilding young ladies to become not just survivors, but thrivers and leaders in the community. So that's who I am. What I am grateful for is really simple. I am so grateful to just be here, to be seen, and to see everybody.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, listen, ladies, we've had an incredible group of panels today, just sharing their story in this project Overcoming. You guys are our last panel. And as you guys all know by now, that everybody that's watching this is all about talking about something or things that they have overcome. And I want to hear from you guys. What is it that you yourself have also been overcoming or overcome? And I'm going to kind of throw in that. I like that last question I asked as well. One tip that you want to leave to everybody that's watching on if they are experiencing what you've overcome or overcoming, one tip that you want to give to them. So we're going to start off with you, Nishika. Go ahead and share with us.
So one thing that that I talk about in my particular chapter, which let me give you the title of my chapter. It is "The Fight Was Personal. The Takeover Was Inevitable." I've learned that strong people are not strong by choice. They're strong because they have to be. And I am one of those people, constantly being put in situations where it was me and God. Looking for family, looking for friends. And I've never been that person who had a lot of people around them. I don't know why it's been like that, but it's always like one or two close people and that's it. And then I'm a very private person. When you read my chapter, you'll see I talk about divorce, finding myself as a single parent of 3 children, starting all over. When I say all over, if there was a level lower than the basement, that's where I started, and building up to now, trying to juggle so many different things. And on the outside, most people did not know what I was struggling with. I mentioned in my chapter, nobody got to witness my rage, and I was seething with rage, not because of the divorce. The divorce was great. It was needed, necessary, and required. And my ex-husband and I, we get along fine. But there were different things that happened after the divorce that fed the rage for the incidents that led to the divorce. So what I would say to anyone who is going through whatever, number one, don't look for everybody to walk with you or to fight with you or to fight on your behalf. You may be that person that God has called to stand flat-footed, to be that example, that you don't have to have a crowd to be strong. And I reluctantly accepted that. I have learned to change my wording, because I used to say, oh, I'm overwhelmed, or I'm feeling under pressure, or I just can't take anymore, and blah, blah, blah. I would say those things, not realizing what I was putting on myself. So sitting before you today, I don't say that I'm under pressure. I say that I am the pressure. I come into a room with the stance that I'm going to shift the atmosphere. I'm going to change perspectives. Every person is not my assignment, but I know my assignment walking in. And I've learned through my journeys that God walks with me, and he fights for me, and he goes ahead of me. There is a scripture in the book of Joshua, chapter 1, and I think it starts at like verse, I can't remember the verse, but it's in the book of Joshua. I don't want to steer you in the wrong place. And Joshua is fighting, and God tells him to go. And he doesn't have that many people with him, but God says, go, because I am with you. And the scripture talks about that God sent stones from heaven. And the scripture records that more people were destroyed by the stones than the sword. And that has stuck with me, because it reminds me that no matter what I see with my eyes, when I put my faith and trust in God, he will fight more than what I ever had to. So as you are going through your trials or whatever the situation might be, don't be concerned that you're walking by yourself. Okay, the fight was personal, but the takeover was inevitable. You are destined to be victorious. Pay attention to the small wins, because they lead up to bigger things.
Come on now, that was good. Drop the mic, drop the mic. Well, you know, it's just going to keep getting better and better, because that's all we have in this project. It's just some incredible stories, incredible men, incredible women. Thank you so much for that, Nishika. Let's go to Dr. Evangelist Bertha Winston. If you could also share too, what is the overcoming? What is it that you talked about in your chapter, and one tip that you want to give to our viewers as well? The floor is yours.
You know, my chapter is called I Refuse to Let My Past Decide My Future. And that is a big statement, because many people spend their years hiding behind pain, rejection, fear, abuse, failure, disappointment, and insecurity. And coming from my background, overcoming molestation and abuse. These are the titles that, you know, you give yourself, but those are not really your titles. It's just what you went through make you think that you do carry those titles. But we don't have to carry those titles, because when you've gone through those situations, you can bounce back, but it's going to take the love of God. So you're going to have love in your heart. God going to have to show you that he went through more pain than we went through. His rejection, he was beaten, he was scorned. He went through all those things for us. So how dare us, when we go through those tragedies, to think that we are the only one. And my chapter, I wrote that chapter because there is somebody that needs to hear that they could be healed from what they went through, and that they don't have to let what they went through dictate their future. Because if I allowed that to dictate my future, I wouldn't have been an author. I wouldn't have been a retired, debt-free individual. If I had allowed those things, I wouldn't have been a coach, financial coach right now. I wouldn't have even been in this space right now on this call. But because I decided, you see, when you allow those things to take control of you, you are allowing them to take control. But you can take control of your own future and never let anyone take control of your spirit, because when someone holds your spirit, then you are not in control. So I will not allow those things to dictate my future, because God said, I have a plan for you. And that plan is not to harm you, but it to encourage you, to make you who I have called you to be. So the one tip that I will give to someone who's going through that, forgive. I didn't say forget, I say forgive. Because when you've been mistreated, when you've been molested, when you've been abused, you will not forget it. But don't let those scars dictate who you are. Because God said He has made you the apple of His eye. So you can overcome any situation, but you have to have the mindset. You have to want to. And you have to forgive those, because God says, vengeance is mine, I will repay. So we can't repay people for what they did. But trust me, if you trust God, they will repay what they've done to you. So pick up your life and just go on in God, go on in your future, and don't let nobody tell you that you aren't somebody, because we was all made in the image of God, and nobody can take that from you. So forgive and let God and let go.
Yes, come on, y'all. I love it. Y'all don't. Oh Lord, I think the conference is shut down on us. God dog it on. It's okay. We will tell everybody to join us over on YouTube. But listen, I'm gonna fix it so that we can join back in. But thank you so much, Dr. Bertha. Well, let's go ahead and bring it over to Dr. Delois. Dr. Delois, the floor is yours. Tell us about what you've overcome, as well as one tip that you want to leave to everybody else.
Can you hear me? Okay. Yes, thank you. So I'm just truly blessed to be part of this Overcoming book. I am an author in the Overcoming, and my chapter is From Diapers to Diplomas. And I chose to write From Diapers to Diplomas because I am a former teen mom. Yeah, Dr. Jackson is a former teen mom. Let me say that again. I am a former teen mom. And I went through a lot of the stares, the shame, being underestimated, undermined, and a whole lot of different areas where you talked about people were saying, like, you're not going to be anything but have a bunch of babies, be on welfare for the rest of your life. I'm 16 years old, and no guidance, no mentors, none of that. And for me, it was like, and God was speaking to me, and it was like, you're chosen for greatness. And I'm trying to understand, while I'm chosen for greatness, going through what I'm going through with a baby and a baby alone, or a pregnancy at this point. But then when the baby was born, it was like I got another nudge to say, you were chosen for greatness. And I'm like, you're chosen for greatness. You're still going to school. But what God did, though, I received that you were chosen for greatness, and I never stopped what I was doing. I went to school, continued school, went on, not 1 degree, but 4 degrees, including a doctorate. And I wrote that book because I needed teen moms that's coming behind me to know that your beginning does not define your ending. I wrote the roadmap so that I can help them walk through the struggles of the shame, the disappointments, the help that they didn't get or not getting, to let them know that they matter, and that they did not have to walk this struggle alone. They might not want a business, they might not want a school, but God allowed me to walk through those different uh, opportunities. And so I want to be able to help them with jobs. I want to be able to help them with school, education, build a future for themselves and for their babies, a successful future. And so if they get this book, Overcome It, and read that, they will see that I have lived experience, credibility, something that I can share with them, and I can walk them through that, coach them through those struggles that they're going through, wherever they are in that phase. Direct them to the areas that they need to go to, childcare, housing, things of that nature, things that I did not have. And I want them to know that if God did that for me, God can absolutely do that for them. Nobody's going to be shamed but the people that shamed you while you were going through. And I want them to walk with their heads up, to know that you're loved, you matter, you count. You will walk in purpose, you will walk in grace. But you got to be, wanting to do that. You're going to have to, perseverance is very important. It's not an easy task, but you can do it. And I want them to be able to walk with it with pride and to let everybody else know that, well, I see that Dr. Jackson did that, a 16-year-old, and if I can just get my high school diploma, that's going to be a step up for me. If I can get my college degree, that would be a step up for me. If I can get a job, that would be a step up for me. I just don't want people to continue to think that everything they do is just, putting them down, stepping on them when they are at their point of need. My story, prayerfully, will be a healing to someone else in need that's coming behind me. I know that it will be because people look at me today and it's like, oh my God, I would have never thought that you went through all of that. And you own a private school today? I do. But even before the private school, I have a 30-year successful career with the government. So I just want them to know that this program is for them, from diapers to diplomas. I want them to know that they don't have to walk this alone. And the tip is, for me, to tip for the teen moms, don't tell people, stop telling them, and then show them. Because we keep talking and they looking at us, I say us because I'm a former teen mom, they keep telling us like, yeah, you don't show me this, all you're gonna be is have a bunch of babies and be on welfare. Stop telling them. Your family is gonna tell you that. Your friends are gonna tell you that. Find yourself a strong community to be in and stop telling them and show them that your beginning does not define your ending.
Yes, that was powerful. I mean, goodness, this last panel, honey. Okay, this is how you close off a conference. Well, listen, I'm going to now bring on last but definitely not least, and then you guys will be able to share how to get in touch with you, none other than Terry Thompson. So go ahead and share with us your story and a tip as well.
Yes, I love it. This conference has been amazing. And I'm so blessed to be a part of this group, this panel, and this entire organization. And thank you to you, Taria. So, yes, I am so happy to be a part of this book. My title is The Courage to Dismantle Expectations. And what I just want to focus in on in my small amount of time that I have is that, we can acquire all of the titles, all of the degrees, all of the whatever you want to call it. And we wear it like, it's a badge of honor. And it is, all of that, it has its place. But what I want to share with each and every person, what I had to learn from myself, is that there is a calling on our lives. There is a calling on your life. There's a calling on my life, which is far greater, far greater than any title you can ever have. And so what I learned as being an attorney, I've been a professor, I sit as a part-time judge, and a lot of people say, well, what more could you want? Oh, honey, that is nothing compared to what I know that God has sent me on this planet to do. Yes, I got the titles, I got the degrees, I went to college, law school, all of that. But let me tell you, my joy, my inner joy, my peace, my energy, what I find that fuels me each and every day to get up is knowing that I'm changing lives. And, going back to being a lawyer for all of these years, we're taught as lawyers and even as professionals. I'm sure other professionals on this call can agree with me. We're almost taught to be not connected to our clients. You can call me about your child that's in jail or whatever, but, I don't have an emotional breakdown along with you. I'm here to guide you as a lawyer to the best solution for your child. But I wanted something greater than that. I wanted to touch the hearts, not just of the courtroom that I'm in, but I wanted to touch the hearts of the people that I encountered. Because that is my true alignment with God, and that is making the change in the people that I see. So I challenge every person. Yes, we can have the degree, the titles, the job, the house, the car. It can be as big and as bad as you want it to be. But unless you are in alignment with what your purpose is, your God given purpose, that is when true joy, and that is when I feel most complete. And so in my chapter, I talk about that. I talk about the expectation that people had for me. Oh, you're going to law school, you're going to do this, you're going to be this lawyer and acquire this title and sit in this position. Those were the expectations that I had. And those were the expectations to this day that people put on me when they introduce me. They expect me to have this and that. But my true heart, I know I'm real clear. I'm very clear that my true heart and my true alignment is inspiring young girls, because that is the change I want to create. Going from case to case, I can close one case, go to the next case. And it's almost like, you open a new case file and I'm inserting just a new face and a new name. But what am I really doing? What am I really building? I'm only a part of the cycle that only increases the criminal justice system. I want to make a change. And so I had to break that expectation that people had for me. I wanted to exceed my title. Why? Because I wanted to be in alignment. I wanted to be in alignment with the Most High. And let me tell you something. Yeah, I got all the titles, but I have not felt the joy that I've had, that I've experienced, until I go into my workshops and I'm talking to young girls, fourth graders, fifth graders, 11th graders, about who they are and what they want to be. And I'm inspiring them to not only break their own expectations, but also to break the expectations that the communities have put on them, on the titles that people have put on them. Like Dr. Delois said, okay, you're a teen mom, you can't exceed this box. You're a college dropout or a high school dropout, you can't exceed that box. Right now, I speak to young girls, teen girls, and oftentimes adults, because we're all girls, right? And I'm speaking to them heart to heart about breaking the barriers that people put around us. Because, baby, you can be everything in this world, everything. So thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. This has been a phenomenal event. Listen, ladies, real quick, if you could share with everybody, how can they get in touch with you? We're going to start off with Nishika. You can go ahead and share your contact details.
Awesome. Thank you all. So you see my Instagram information on the screen, but I'm going to give you my website address, which has all my social media, the way to access the resources that I provide, which are simple and effective strategies. You go to mindingmybusiness.vip/10 hours, and hours is abbreviated HRS. mindingmybusiness.vip/10 hours. And I certainly look forward to working and connecting with each of you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And we're going to go to Dr. Evangelist Bertha Winston. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Taria. This has been an amazing conference. All the speakers, you have been so great. Everything was just so lovely. So I'm so excited to be a part of this collaboration book and all the other things that are going on. So you can reach me on social media. You can go to Bertha Winston. I'm there on every social media, and my website www.retiredanddebtfree.com. That's where you can find me on all those platforms. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. And let's go to Delois. Dr. Delois, the floor is yours.
Yes, you can reach me on Facebook and LinkedIn, Dr. Dolores Jackson. And my website is Tandy Enterprises, that's TAN-D enterprises.org. And you can find a lot more information there. And I absolutely have a free download. You can go to teammomselfesteem.com, download the free ebook, 5 Steps to Boost Teen Mom Self-Esteem.
And last but definitely not least, Terry Thompson, please let us know.
Yes, please follow me on social media on Instagram at We Are Girls Who Rise. We Are Girls Who Rise. That is me on Instagram. Also, my website is girlswhorise.com. Girlswhorise.com. So follow me. Again, Instagram is We Are Girls Who Rise.
Wonderful. Well, ladies, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. We'll see you at the next event. Bye, live. Bye, bye, bye. That was phenomenal. Let's give it up. Everybody in the chat, drop in the chat and let us know one takeaway that you guys received from our amazing speakers, y'all. Please let us know in the chat one takeaway that you received. And listen, y'all, it's been so much going on, but I am excited because once we get this final version of this conference edited, it will also be airing on our network, the Vision Impact Network. Matter of fact, let me just put that on the screen real quick so you guys can see. And so the Vision Impact Network, it airs on Apple TV, Spotify, Roku, we also have on Android, Facebook TV, YouTube, and Amazon Fire TV. So let's give it up to that. So every one of our speakers will be airing and we'll let them know once it goes live. I also want to shout out Book Rich Profits Club for definitely putting this incredible project together. It has been phenomenal. We still have some more commercials. Now, what I will tell you is this, y'all. I know that some of us got booted out of the backstage or on the conference. Again, technology going technology. I hope that you guys do come over at least for a couple of minutes to connect in the lounge. But we do have some giveaways. And so now what I need to know is I need to know who is still here. So if you guys can still hear me. I know a lot of people were booted off, and so hopefully you guys were able to come back in. Let me pull up the registration and make sure I send a message to everybody to come back in because you got to be on to win. Yep, you got to be on to win. And so let me make sure that I pull up everybody so that they can be on here. We have a lot of people who actually registered on today. Won't God do it, right? And for all of our superstar speakers, they have some amazing giveaways as well, amazing opportunities. And so they're going to be reaching out to you guys too. For those who are offering these giveaways, they'll be reaching out. So make sure that you guys check it out. Make sure to look for their emails, okay, are about to do the giveaways. All right. We are about to do the giveaways. Okay, and what I'm going to do is watch from the stage or YouTube. If you're on YouTube, I'll let that count as well. But that means, you were already on the stage, so you submitted your information. So if you're watching from YouTube, I'll definitely just check to see, because I know some of you guys moved over to YouTube or on YouTube. And hold on one sec. All right, let me share my screen because we do have a lot of people who came over to the YouTube channel. But I would love if you guys go back over there on the stage so we could go to the lounge, right? All right. But anyways, go back to the conference so we can go to the lounge. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started with these drawings. I'm going to pull up the names that we have received submissions for. It's too late now to submit, y'all. So hopefully you guys did your big one. Let me see. What am I doing? Where am I at? I'm on the wrong one. Hold on. I was like, what am I doing? I'm getting the names, Taria. That's what we're doing. Okay. All right. And again, you have to be here. So if they are not here, that means we will go on to the next person that actually has won. And if any of our other speakers did not get a chance to respond back to that email for the giveaways, please do so. I hope I got everybody. I think I did. Okay, so let me did I download the spreadsheet? I think I did. Maybe not. No, I did not. I clicked export. Okay, there we go. Download. All right, let me pull up these names. And we're about to do the drawings. Again, if you already won, then of course you wouldn't be able to win again. But let me go here. Okay, do the same. All right. All right. Give me some takeaways that you also have received with being here, guys. Put some takeaways in the chat. Drop that in the chat. And then those of you guys who came back over here to the conference, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Yes, I know. Listen, this is what I'm talking about. Pushing through. People said, listen, it booted me out, but I came back on. Thank you. Thank you. Because that's just what technology does sometimes. And that's my fault because honestly, I had put the ending time a little bit earlier and I should have extended it. And so I changed it. So now guess what? We've got value. So yes, type in the chat. Let us know some of the takeaways. And then we're about to do these drawings. Stephanie says, don't be afraid to charge what you are worth. Yes. Jane says, you don't have to stay where you are. You can thrive. Yes. Sharon says, I'm back. My challenges do not define me. Yes. Carla says, I just want to say that the message delivered are right on time and what I needed. Yes, yes, yes. Stephanie says, how can my gift serve more people? Y'all are putting some really good stuff in the chat. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple of more drawings. And then I'm gonna get ready to close this thing out, y'all. And then we're gonna do the final drawing for the final gifts. And I want to tell you guys, thank you. Thank you guys. You know, I had been preparing for this virtual conference, which it has been a long time since we've done one of these. And so it's kind of like getting back in here. I like to do things differently when we do virtual events, right? So I want everybody to look good. We do the layovers. We make sure our staff have you guys looking amazing so that, yes, this can be quality. It can go on TV and things of that nature. And, you know, we just did a lot behind the scenes. And for everybody that showed up, Bertha, Jasmine, at your family reunions and still popped in, thank you for being here. I know everybody else, y'all might have had some challenges, things going on, but you still showed up. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to the stories of our amazing authors I believe this book is going to be absolutely transformational with hundreds of people who've already purchased the book. All I know is that a lot of lives are going to be transformed. And so thank you again, guys, for being here. I love you guys. I value you guys, and I am so grateful. So let's go ahead and get into this spin for the win. All right. I'm going to update the names real quick. And we've got more gift cards and everything, guys. So we have more gift cards. We've already given away, 3 gift cards. So now we've got 3 more $50 gift cards. I'm going to just run through those real quick. And if you are here, whether you're watching on YouTube or at the conference, please let us know, okay? Please let us know. So let's go ahead and spin. This is for the first gift card. Or is it Denise? Dennis Pearson. Is Dennis Pearson here? $50. Oh, that's Dennis. I know who that is. I know who that is. $50 gift card. Dennis, are you still here? And Wanda, it don't count if you are here, okay? It got to be somebody else. It's funny because guess what? It's actually on the line of Wanda, but I'm gonna let Terry give you this gift card, Dennis. And so Dennis Pearson, Congratulations. All right, let's go ahead and spin for another win. This is for another $50 gift card. Anissa hold on, did we see her name already? Nope. Anissa Bowser. Anissa Bowser, are you here? We need you to be in the chat. So you got to either be on YouTube or be directly in the conference. So let us know in the chat. Is Anissa here? Everybody see Anissa? We got another $50 gift card. Let's go for the win. Let's go. Did it peak? I don't think so. Okay, let's do it again. Ann Nesbitt. If Ann Nesbitt is here, you got to type in the chat right now. Let us know you are there. Ann Nesbitt, are you here? Are you here? We've got so many more giveaways, y'all. Let me just give away a couple more, and then I want to close this out with a story that I think is going to be powerful and some commercials, okay? So we've got another, let me see, we have and these gift cards came from Wanda Pearson, Terry Thompson, and Deshonda Jennings. And then we also have a gift card, a $25 gift card, and the Permission to Get Paid Visibility Bundle by Stevie Aisha Mills. All right, so let's go. That's a $97 value plus $25 gift card. Let's go. Uh-oh. It didn't do it. Let's do it again. Every time I click off, it does that. Y Brown. I know I saw Y Brown in the chat. Congratulations, Y. Yay, Y Brown. I see Y Brown. She was in the chat saying, yes, I'm still here, girl. I'm still here. Congratulations to you. And then we have from Cecily Welch, another $25 gift card, and then a copy of her book, Why Not How, or a copy of the book, Why Not How by Dan Sullivan. Let's go. Is Averell Smith here? Again, you guys need to type in the chat and let us know. And so real quick, I'm going to play a couple more commercials, guys. I hope that you have been getting this. Okay, yes. Show up. They said y'all are here. I need to hear from everybody that won. Let us know in the chat if you guys have won. And what I want to do now is I want to play these commercials and tell you also about a book that I have coming out. And I'm looking for you guys to share your story in this particular book. But first, let's get to the commercials before we close out today.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that we have been hoodwinked. We have been bamboozled. We have been run amok. Listen, we have been told all of our lives, all you have to do is work harder, hustle harder, and you have all the success that you want. But let me tell you right now that success is not just about working hard. It's about working smart. And too many of us have sacrificed the things that are dear to us, our friends, our family, even our health, chasing after that success. I'm Nishika Melton, and I am your simplified productivity strategist. What do? I get you from vision to implementation. I get you across the finish line without you having to sacrifice all the things that you love and hold dear. We leave the chaos and the foolishness behind. What I want you to do right now is go to mindingmybusiness.vip/10 hours. I'm giving you access to the resources and strategies that are going to help you regain an additional 10 hours in your week. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. You heard me correctly. Go to mindingmybusiness.vip/10 hours, and I will see you there.
Attention, high achieving women. This is Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills. Come here, come here, come here, come here. I got something to tell you, and I got a little bit of time. I want you to go to signingmyslip.com. Signingmyslip.com. Why? Because I'm looking for women like you, women who already have knowledge, expertise, women who are already doing things professionally and academically. And I want you to join me in this mission to help us increase our income, yours, mine, collectively for women. That's what the mission is on, that we're on. Just go to signingmyslip.com, signingmyslip.com, and right now you can get in for just $1.
Are you clear, confident, and compliant when tackling your taxes? I bet even if you have a CPA, your answer is no. Listen, I'll admit it. We CPAs basically suck at talking to people, but don't just listen to my perspective. Hear it from someone else.
Hey, good morning. I'm here to give a comment on Welsh Financial, and I just wanted to let you know she was the best thing that ever happened to my company. And I was so elated because I knew she was a top class Wall Street accountant, and I know how much that meant to come into my business and get my business straight. With Cecily, all T's are crossed and all I's are dotted. But she was so much more than money. She actually helped us attain a property with a mortgage. She sat in on all the meetings and she really worked for us. She was a godsend.
Interested in how to actually get what you're paying for when you talk to your accountant? Come see me at theaccountantyoucanunderstand.com.
You survived what should have broken you. Now what? I'm Jalita Gigi Parker, founder and CEO of Focus Faith and Mental Health Inc., where we believe healing is holy. At Focus, we serve women, children, and families by connecting faith and mental health through coaching, community outreach, education, healing events, food support, and safe conversations that remind people they are never alone. And because healing starts with truth, I want to personally invite you to explore my 2 award-winning books, Withholding Love, When Intimacy Becomes a Weapon. The next book is Now What? I Married a Narcissist, Finding Faith, Hope, and Healing Beyond Brokenness, which is for the person asking, how do I heal after the confusion, heartbreak, and emotional exhaustion? Visit focusfaithmentalhealth.org to learn more, support the mission, book a workshop, or begin your healing journey today. This is your reminder that you are not too far gone. You are never alone, and healing is still possible.
Are you popping gummies every hour and still feeling anxious? Rolling more joints than your wallet can handle, but your mind is still racing? Hi. I'm Dr. Jenna Rasul, a national board certified health and wellness coach, and I've got just the thing for you. You see, I know what it's like to feel sad, stressed out, anxious, and deeply depressed. What I finally realized is that more cannabis didn't automatically mean more relief. I needed to understand why I was consuming, how I was consuming, and what my body actually needed. It wasn't until I learned my unique cannabis consumption style that I found long-lasting relief. If you're ready to move from temporary fixes to intentional healing, head over to elevatemyrelief.com right now and take my free cannabis consumer quiz. That's elevatemyrelief.com. See you there.
You wrote a book and it's not selling, or you're trying to figure out how to build multiple streams of income? Listen up. My name is Taria Avant. I'm the co-founder of Book Rich Profits Club. We are the #1 community for authors who not only want to learn how to, of course, sell their book, but get on more speaking stages, learn how to properly tell their story, and build multiple streams of income. Listen, if you are looking for a community where in 90 days, we're going to give you a roadmap showing you what you need to be doing every single day so that you can absolutely get to the profits, as well as get on more stages, get more visibility, and make more money, join us today. Best of all, you can actually get started in the community for free. If you go to bookrichprofitsclub.com, you can join right now. If you decide you want a little bit more help, we do have that available as well. But join the community, introduce yourself, and get started on the road to success. We'll see you over there at bookrichprofitsclub.com. All right, y'all. So listen, I want to share a project that I have coming out. Actually, two. I'm excited that not only am I launching one, but I'm launching two additional books on top of us having the Overcoming book. And these are my two personal projects. One is business and one is purpose. And so one of the things that matter of fact, I'm going to put it up on the screen so you guys can see. Years ago, I wrote a book called Depression, and it was 7 steps to overcome. And it was a book that was not just designed to help people who are going through it, but people who have family members who are going through it. Because not only did I suffer from severe depression and suicide ideation, but I also had people who were suffering and I didn't know what to do. And it wasn't until I went through it and understood what helped me that I was able to really provide resources based on my experience of not only just how to get through it yourself, but also how to help a loved one. And so it has definitely been, when I first came out with the book, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, like I wrote it just to be able to get it out there because I needed to. And because I actually had a young lady that said, please, could you write a book about this? And so I was able to share it from my perspective. And one of the young ladies earlier had talked about, I think it was Daria, talking about not being able to, being a professional doctor or a licensed doctor to talk about, perimenopause, right? Well, I remember even thinking to myself, like, I'm telling people things that I did, but I'm not necessarily a doctor in this space. But what I have come to realize is that sometimes, guys, when you share your journey, it's not about if you're licensed necessarily to be a doctor, but sharing your experiences. I remember I used that book itself, Depression, when I was speaking on a panel. And at the end of my panel discussion, I'm not an expert in this, but I'm an expert in life. Okay. At the end of the panel discussion, it was nothing but doctors on my panel, by the way. Everybody came up to come and speak to me. And that's because I had a book where I was being willing to tell the truth. And it's still to this day, there are people who will, don't want to put themselves out there that they're going through a thing. When 1 out of 5 people, whether you're adult or not, will experience depression. And so there's several of us watching this. That means there's a lot of people who have experienced it, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. What we must understand is identifying it when it comes and also what to do. And so I have that book that's coming out. And then I also have my book, From Book to Booked, which is showing authors, because this is the thing. I saw somebody the other day put up a post. We do a weekly webinar. We have so many authors who get on this webinar. We're just like, I just really want to help. I want to speak to more people. I want to impact more lives. I just don't know how to get started. And of course, as an author's coach, I would be crazy not to have a book that's going to help get you guys to that next level. And so for today, I'm literally offering buy one, get one free. And everybody who buys one will automatically be included in our business listings. So that means your business will be included in both of the books. And if you buy 2 books, you will get 2 books of my book on depression, which I'm going to show you the titles because it's not just depression anymore, the title. But you'll get 2 copies of that and a copy of From Book to Book, because you will actually be able to share your story. I charge hundreds to even thousands of dollars for people to include a story. It's not a full chapter. I'll guide you on it, but you're literally just buying the book. You're buying the book, and in exchange of buying the book, you get to be a part of it. And so that's my spiel, my commercial. These are the books. The first book is called Freed: Facing Reality, Embracing Emotions and Deliverance from Depression. And the foreword written by Brian Johnson, y'all. The foreword by Brian Johnson. And then From Book to Booked. And that's supposed to be foreword, not that's okay. That's okay. But From Book to Booked, this is my book about getting on stages, media, and also building a 10K month book. And the foreword written by Ash Cash. And today, tomorrow will be the final day that people can support this, because we are getting ready to go to print with both of these books. And it is so literally for $25. You can get both of the books. And if you buy 2 copies, you'll get 3 copies, and you get to be one of the individuals to tell your story. But it is only available to the first 10. I think I have 8 more spots left. So special.visionavant.com, special.visionavant.com. I know I've had some people also ask about the replay of this. Yes, the replay will be available. We're also going to be restreaming this to everybody's platforms because we still had some challenges with that. It's okay. We're not tripping off that. We're going to be excited and grateful. So we're going to stream that out. But then also it will be available on the Vision Impact Network. And so as long as you have Apple TV, Amazon Fire, all the things, you'll be able to watch this entire series. Okay. So that is what's exciting about that. We're going to break it down though when we put it on the network. Also, I want to just talk to y'all about a story. So, okay. So everybody make sure y'all grab a copy of that. But I'm going to close this out before we do our final drawings with the story, the teacup story. Also, I just want to shout out my business partner, Ash Cash. Unfortunately, guys, was not able to make it today. Definitely, y'all, let's just make sure we keep Ash lifted as he is traveling. And so make sure he has safe travels. But I'm going to close it with this story. And I hope that even though he is not here, that this story can impact every one of you. I plan to, I had this story in my book, or have it in my book, A Vision of Freedom, which is now a 6-figure vision. But I'm also going to include this in my new book called Freed. And this is called The Teacup Story. And if you've never heard me share this story, it's a powerful story. And I think it's perfectly in alignment with the conversation of what we've had today. And I just absolutely love it. By the way, if anybody has ever been through anything, just go ahead and put in the chat, I have. If you've ever been through anything, just put I have in the chat. Just put I have in the chat, because there's so many of us who've experienced life in so many different ways. Every single one of us have been through stuff. And a lot of times when we're going through those things, remember at the beginning of the conference, I talked to you guys about like the things that you're going to just need to expect and know it's just, these are the 4 areas that you're going to be attacked in, right? But then can I also tell you how beautiful you become when you go through these things, and not having a full understanding what God would put us through these things. I think this story is going to help you to have a better reflection. And so I present to you guys the teacup story. So there was a couple who traveled to England to shop at this beautiful antique store. This couple, they both loved antiques, and especially vintage and lovely teacups. They were actually on this trip to celebrate their 25th wedding anniversary. And on a visit to this very lovely shop, they actually discovered this beautiful cup. And they asked the shop owner, hey, can we see this cup? We've never seen a cup quite so exquisite. And as the sales lady handed them the cup actually began to speak. You don't understand, it said. I haven't always been a teacup. There was a time when I was just a lump of clay. And my master took me and rolled me and patted me over and over and yelled out. And I yelled out and I said, let me alone. But he only smiled and said, not yet. And then I was placed on a spinning wheel. And the cup continued. I was suddenly spun around and around and around and around. Stop it, I'm getting dizzy, I screamed. But my master only nodded and said, not yet. And then he put me in the oven. I have never felt such heat. I wondered, why would he want to burn me? I yelled and I knocked at the door. I could literally see his face through the door, and he shook his head and he said, not yet. Finally, the door opened up and he put me on the shelf, and I began to cool down. That's better, I said. Thought I was done. Nope. Because then he brushed me and he painted me all over. The fumes. Oh, the fumes were so horrible. I thought I would gag. Please stop it. I cried and he only nodded. Not yet. But then suddenly, just when I thought I couldn't take this, y'all, he put me back in the oven. And this wasn't even like the first time. See, this was twice as hot. I feared I would suffocate. I begged. I pleaded. I screamed. I cried. All the time I could see him through the opening, nodding and saying, "Not yet." I felt like there was no hope. I would never make it. I was ready to give up. But then the door opened and he took me out and he placed me on another shelf. And I'm just like, okay, what else? What else? What else? An hour later, he held a mirror up to me and said, "Look at yourself." And I did. And I said, that's not me. That couldn't be me. It's so beautiful. I'm beautiful. I want you to remember, I know it hurt to be rolled and patted, but if I hadn't done that and let you alone, you would have dried up to hard clay. And I know it made you dizzy to be spun around on the wheel, but if I hadn't stopped, you would have crumbled. I knew that it hurt and it was hot and disagreeable in the oven, but if I hadn't put you there, you would have cracked. I know the fumes were horribly bad, and when I brushed and painted you all over, but if I hadn't done that, you would have never hardened. You wouldn't have any color in your life. You wouldn't have any beauty in your life. And if I hadn't put you in the oven the second time, you would not have survived very long because the hardness would not have held. Now you are a finished product. You are what I had in mind when I first began. And so, ladies and gentlemen, when you are feeling that you are being pushed beyond endurance, when you feel like life is just absolutely hard, that you just can't take it anymore, that this overcoming, I can't do it. I want you to go and get the prettiest teacup that you can. Put some tea in there or whatever you want to put in there. And I want you to have a conversation with the potter. Guys, I'm going to make sure to include that story in the book. And man, I get emotional when I think about the teacup story, because there's so many stories that we're on today where you guys are just such beautiful teacups. And I know you know that. I know you know that. But I don't know if we always understand why we had to go through what we had to go through. And so I appreciate you. I love you all. It's time to do some final wins and close this thing on out. My Lord. I was trying to do the lounge, y'all, but I'm so sorry. I don't know. We're going to make sure we get it better next time. But, we just getting back into the swing of things. And listen, if anybody wants me to do their virtual conference for them, if you want help with that, that is actually something that we make available. And so we can have you looking real crispy and also have your conference airing on the Vision Impact Network as well. So just a little plug. I'm going to email everybody that registered. So don't worry, y'all going to get the deets. Okay, so let's go ahead. We now have our $25 gift card and the I am hot or am I hot bundle. And so I'm going to go ahead and spin for this win. Let me get up in some things to see who's won this by Daria Rosen. Oh no, I think Averell already won. She did. Hold up. She did. She just won. So I'm sorry, love. You can't win it this time. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I meant to take a name off. Okay, let me shuffle these names too. There we go. All right, let's go again. Did we already see Christy Townsend? We did. What in the world? Look, y'all destined to win. You know what I'm saying? Layla Campbell. Is Layla Campbell on? Can somebody let me know if Layla Campbell is on? Congratulations. I'm going to give you guys instructions. I hope you guys are still here too for the winners. If you are a winner, you have to email us. And so hopefully you guys are still here. I hope you guys, I know, man, it's been so much. I might just have to just bless y'all, just message y'all on what to do to get your winnings, because it's just been, the challenges, right? Let's see. We're going to now do an HD tablet. An HD tablet, y'all. I love using my tablet. I'm going to tell you, it is a great tool to use when you are educating. And so let's go ahead and spin for the win for the HD tablet. Is Charmaine Crouch here? Charmaine Crouch, are you here? Charmaine Crouch. All right, we're going to go to, I'm just going to remove this one out here so we can get to the other gifts, because we got some amazing gifts. Okay, we're going to go with Cecily. We already did Cecily's. Yep, we already did Cecily's. Oh, okay, well, I guess we get the last one then. I'm tripping. Well, this is now for the flat screen TV. And so let's shuffle it up a little bit. I hope this person is still here. I hope this person is still here. All right, let's get into some things. Shuffling it, shuffling it, shuffling it. All right, let's see who the winner is. Kawana Stanley. I know, I seen Coco in the chat, so I know Coco is here. Congratulations, Coco, on your flat screen TV. Thank you so much for being here, y'all. Make sure if you have not already joined the Book Rich Profits Club community, you have, because it is free to join. Of course, if you want access to our trainings and stuff, you would upgrade, but you're still able to go in there. And we're going to be dropping the 90-day strategy game plan to all members. So that is going to be in there at least by Memorial Day. We are not going to be having a Memorial Day meeting, though. So I just want to make sure everybody knows this Monday we will not be having our BPC meeting, but we will for sure reconvene on the very first Monday of the month. We also have our mastermind that is coming up at the end of the month. And don't forget, guys, if anybody wants to support, well, now I don't like to say support because support gives a connotation that this ain't gonna help you. If anybody wants to get these copies of these books, guys, and I'm not even sure, I might even increase the price point of these books from Book to Booked and Freed, which is Facing Reality, Embracing Emotions and Deliverance from Depression. You get one for yourself and one to give away. This does expire tomorrow, but the first 10 who buy 2 get to also share their story of pushing through. And there should be no shame in being honest about what you have experienced. One of the biggest breakthroughs I had was when I was willing to tell the truth about what I was going through. And if you've never experienced it, that is also a blessing. So don't even feel no type of way. Just be grateful. But I know for me, it was healing and it was needed. Well, listen, y'all. So look, if you are over in the conference still, if you click on, you go over into right now, if you go over into the lounge, in the lounge, you can drop into one of the groups, group 1, group 2, group 3, because I do see some people are still here. I do have to apologize because listen, I got 2 sales calls today. Yes, I do. Even after this, I still have work to do. And so I might drop in for a couple minutes, but I need to go get something to eat before these sales calls. I see everybody is coming over to the lounge. Yes, all you need to do, and I might remove 1 or 2 of the lounge groups just so that we don't have too many. Yeah, let me remove 3 and 4. So we'll have 2 of them, group 2. Okay, 2 of the groups. So you guys can go into the lounge. I would encourage you. It's so cool because you can now connect with some of the speakers that were here. So go check it out. Go check it out. Go click on the lounge right now. Click on the lounge right now. I think, I tried to remove one of the lounges and I think somebody was in there. Okay, good. So yes, click on the lounge. I see a couple of you guys in there. If you join in, it'll let you go and connect with each other. Go over there. We'll leave this open all night. So, I mean, all day. So you guys can go in there. If you want to have some people come meet with them and give them some tips and advice, you can definitely pop in. So go into the lounge. I see some people in there now. Coach Pat, I think I saw Dr. Maeva. Go into the lounge. I pray that you guys have a productive day, a peaceful day, and everything. For those of you guys who actually won, I'm going to our team will email you by next week to get your details so that we can send it over to you. Of course, if you want gift cards or cash money, depending upon who you want it from, they will reach out to you as well. And so we have everybody's name for those who did win. And so we will make sure to reach out to you. Shoot, y'all talk about, y'all cried, child. I was crying myself. That teacup story, honey, it do something to me every time. And it's just always a reminder. It truly is always a reminder of, the things that we go through. Like, there's a purpose in all of it. You know what I mean? It's always a purpose in it. And so I appreciate you guys. It's just so many announcements that we have. I really have a lot I could sit up here and tell y'all all these announcements, but I won't. Because starting in July, we're going to invite our BPC members to also be speakers at our in-person pop-up workshops, but it's only up to 5 people per workshop. We're also going to be inviting about 4 of you guys to do your own collaboration book. And so this is a great way for you. And I'm going to be honest, like Deshonda was on here. She's got one coming out. She actually hired us to do her virtual conference, which we're excited about. It's going to be in July. It's going to be set up similar. It's going to air on our network. But she'll tell you, trying to manage a collaboration book yourself at the same time while running a business is a lot. And so the great thing is that when you do a partnership with us, you're able to literally just show up like a co-author too. You don't have to do all of the behind the scenes. So we're going to be partnering with 4 people. We have some people like in the nursing space. We've got a collaboration book with mayors that's coming out with all types of projects. So if you are on our email list, just know that we have a lot of stuff coming up. We'll be making sure to contact you. And then all of our speakers who also did their giveaways, they'll be reaching out to you as well. Well, they did the gift cards and stuff. All right, y'all. Well, that's all that I have. A privilege and a pleasure. I can't wait to see you guys at our next conference. May God bless you. May God be with you. And we'll see you then. Bye, y'all. Y'all go over to the lounge. Go to the lounge. You wrote a book and it's not selling, or you're trying to figure out how to build multiple streams of income? Listen up. My name is Taria Avant. I'm the co-founder of Book Rich Profits Club. We are the #1 community for authors who not only want to learn how to, of course, sell their book, but get on more speaking stages, learn how to properly tell their story, and build multiple streams of income. Listen, if you are looking for a community where in 90 days, we're going to give you a roadmap showing you what you need to be doing every single day so that you can absolutely get to the profits, as well as get on more stages, get more visibility, and make more money, join us today. Best of all, you can actually get started in the community for free. If you go to bookrichprofitsclub.com, you can join right now. If you decide you want a little bit more help, we do have that available as well. But join the community, introduce yourself, and get started on the road to success. We'll see you over there at bookrichprofitsclub.com. We are looking for speakers, and if you're a speaker and you would like to learn how you can partner with us and the Book Profits Club, you need to go ahead and submit your application. We've been blessed to be able to help so many of our authors, speakers, and coaches speak not only here in the United States, but in multiple countries. Not only when you're a speaker do you get an opportunity to speak multiple times, but you get the leads, and guess what? We do the marketing. All you need to do is show up, slay the stage, and impact the world. If you're interested, go ahead and apply by going to I'mLookingForSpeakers.com.